Let's try this one more time. Internet is still sucking ass. In my absence, the satellite connection is down. I'm back to the old internet, which, as you can see, sucks ass. Mindless Gardens popping in to hopefully hold it down for a minute. What's up, Mr. Smiley?
Yep. Trying to get everything set up. I thought I had chat up, and then it disappeared on me.
Man, talk about fucking not being set up, man. This internet fucking sucks some big balls. What it does.
Yeah, dude, that does suck. Probably almost makes you nervous to even try to have a guest. Like, I know it's dropped out before, but this is pretty frequent now, man.
Yeah. Well, in my absence, I let one of the connections go down, the satellite connection. So I'm trying to run off the old connection again. But yeah, when I get back to doing the guests again, I'm definitely gonna have to get the satellite fired back up, and or have the sometimes that you guys will do the show. Actually, you will see another me in chat, which is the phone back up. Sometimes I do that a lot on the spotlights. I'll fire up the phone just in case shit goes south. I can just switch over real quick to the cell phone fucking setup there.
Yeah. Still, though, it's nice when everything goes smooth. No, I was just thinking about it. Shit, man, next Wednesday is the next takeover. Fuck, this is gonna come up quick. Oh shit, I lose him? I guess I lost him already. Well, I guess y'all got me then. Yeah, like I was saying, next Wednesday, we got soil doctor Bryant Mason coming on. Looking forward to that. I can get to pick his brain a little bit on some things, and if we get him talking about some other things that might be interesting. He's a pretty neat guy. Actually, just to kind of throw it out, forewarning, apparently he's about to have another, I don't know if it's his first or if it's another child, but his wife's due. And I think it's a week after the takeover. So he kind of scheduled it. He was like, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna, something changes or whatever. So we'll have to play that by ear. I'm sure if something happens and whatever, he'll be flexible and try to make something up. So if not, I'm just gonna be happy for him that he has a baby, man. It's pretty exciting times. So new lives. I'm the host. I don't know if anybody's gonna jump back in or if Vico's gonna make it, but I wasn't really planning on rambling a whole lot tonight. I don't know. Ask me a question or something. I don't know. Hopefully everybody had a good time. I actually just, for whatever reason, all day I thought it was fucking Thursday, and it just dawned on me like on my way home, like, no, it's Saturday already.
I'm back.
What's up, man?
Yeah, already down to the phone. Already gave up on the computer tonight.
Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully we can get it figured out or whatever, or not. We'll just keep juggling it. Just have to have somebody on with you to fire it up or something.
Yeah, for a minute, I figure out what's going on. I guess it was one of my reservations of like going live tonight, and I was like, man, weighing the decisions. But the internet sucked last night. Then I thought about it. I'm sitting here. I'm like, well, I've been sitting here watching YouTube in the background. I was sitting here watching YouTube. YouTube's been on in the background for fucking an hour and a half. I've been watching some fucking science shit. Fucking, I'm like, huh, no interruptions. Seems like a fucking, it's good. It's good. So I fucking go ahead and fire it up and then fucking thinking I'm good, man. I'm rocking out, doing the shit and fucking, I actually noticed fucking the chat stopped before anything else. So the Zoom's still like seemingly going. Because when it falls out on my end, it actually just disappears. The box just whoop, everything goes. So I'm thinking I'm still alive. I look over and I see disconnected in chat. And I go, fuck, these guys can't see me anymore. So I like look over and then it's got me going for a second and then it falls out. I go, oh, fuck. There goes that one already. So I scramble over to the phone and get it going like I do, like we are right now. But there was nobody already on the show. And when I logged on, it said live in the corner, and it still did the got it thing. And I'm like, oh fuck, great. So I'm like thinking I'm still live and fucking jumbling shit around here, man. I fucked around. I'm like, there was like 5 minutes of silence, easy, or it felt like I'm like, sorry guys, I can't see anything, chat or whatever, fucking blah blah blah. And then I fucking couldn't find it on the other phone. The other phone was fucking getting signal, but I wasn't bringing up the show so I could see chat. So I'm thinking I'm live the whole fucking time, but no, thank goodness it cut me off. And when I thought it cut me off the first time, wasn't 5 minutes of me fumbling around. Fuck, piece of shit. You know what I mean?
I wonder how much you've talked to yourself over the last couple of years. Like odds and sods where you're not live and you're chatting away.
Oh, a few times for sure. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Green 13.
Good morning, brother. You good?
Yeah. Now that we're up and flowing, yeah.
We got the green people showing up, man.
The green people, indeed, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good to see you guys, though.
Oh yeah.
Week's been good.
So soil doctor any minute, huh?
Yeah, dude, it's pretty exciting for him,
Yeah, he's gonna have a baby on the show. It's gonna be our first baby. He's gonna call it Eagle.
Baby on the show.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Baby Eagle.
That'd be awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is, man.
Smiley will be at the foot of the bed.
Be like a Godfather or something if that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheers, SoCal.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Happy weekend.
Cheers to that.
It is the weekend. My child is still in bed. My wife is still in bed. It's the weekend.
Isn't it great?
Those are nice mornings.
So far, so good. See if I can spin around, give you guys a fucking better angle than what looks like the sun coming over my shoulder there.
Oh,
I noticed that last night that I had that like just beam of light coming over my shoulder there.
That's better. My dog smells like clean laundry because she's had a clean bed. She doesn't smell like the dog today. Need to go wipe her through some puddles or something.
that's the best way, man. Throw a tennis ball out in the lake. The dog's clean.
She seeks and finds it. She does this weird thing in puddles like Shrek.
But she's got to roll on them after the fresh bath. So we're talking about.
No, she seems to have to put her neck in it. It's like you know, when they get down to put shit on themselves, like she wants to rub it on her cheekbones kind of thing. Yeah, yesterday I was walking with my wife. We were taking pictures of each other and holding hands and shit. We look across the field. She's there fully rolling in fox shit. And that stuff, oh, it's sick. It's so high. It's like, it's nasty. But she wants it all over herself.
Why do dogs do that? Why do dogs want, after that fresh, clean bath, that they just urge to fucking rub shit on themselves or find just the stankiest fucking thing that they gotta go, oh yeah.
We then come across this other dog, and you know she's like, check my smell out. Fuck yeah, smell me, bitch. Sorry, green fingers.
No, it's just to hide their scent, what I was saying. So they could catch whatever they're trying to smell like. They smell like fox shit. The fox ain't going to think it's a dog that's going to eat them. It's like,
right. Cool. Yeah. That is why. Yeah.
Dude, my dog rolled in bear shit last week when we were on vacation. That was the worst fucking 45-minute ride back to the cabin I've ever had in my life, man.
What's it like? Is it sweet?
It's like shit. It's bear shit. There's no way to explain it, man. It fucking stinks. It's like 45 degrees outside. You roll down the windows and drive with your head out the window to get home till you can wash the dog. It was bad.
Yeah, you think because bears eat a lot of like berries and shit, but I guess out there they're probably eating fish and whatever.
Yeah, well, bears are omnivores, man, so they'll eat whatever they can get a hold of.
Yeah.
So you know that roadkill you pass by, man, they'll fucking snatch that shit up, and that's a buffet for them right there.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing animals for sure. Can't give a fuck.
I'm just kind of pissed I didn't see any. I saw their shit, but I didn't see them.
Bears and wolves, huh? I think wolves are pretty amazing. They're pretty weirdly amazing.
Yeah,
They're extremely smart.
Yeah, they know shit. That's why your dog knows shit, because the wolves knew shit.
Back about 20 years ago, I was living with my cousin and my uncle, and my uncle went and got 2 wolves. Their parents were caught, in the wild, and he got 2 pups that were firstborn captivity. And I'll tell you what, those things were freaking smart, but they were huge. So it's kind of a give and take, Like we raised them with a I forget what kind of dog that was, like a little lassie kind of a dog, and a cat. So they'd like lay up on the back of the couch up here behind you, thinking they were a cat laying on your shoulder. But then you'd see them pacing back and forth on top of the fence. Cool ass animals, though, man. Very cool animals.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Frightening. Yeah.
They are very protective. Once they understand you as family, man, that's it. They're protective.
Man, we always say we're looking for that skunk, that roadkill skunk. I actually killed a fucking skunk. I think I may have killed a skunk last week when I went to fucking pick up my daughter from rehearsal, who's she's in that movie, or not in the movie. She's doing the play Grease. And so I was picking up her and a friend from rehearsal. And I don't know if I actually hit the skunk. I'm only assuming I hit the skunk because it was just so freshly pungent. I pull up, and I'm like on the way. I can very much smell it. I mean, bad. And I definitely got the dump, but I still don't think I took it out. I think I just accidentally flipped it over on the side of the road there. Ooh wee, man. When I got to the school there, my eyes were watered. And I was thinking, oh man. We had to pick up one, like I said, it wasn't just my daughter, it was one of her and her friend. So they both I had to pick them both up. I felt bad for her because that truck stayed. I pick them up and I head down the road. I am like, it is definitely on this truck, man. I mean, it was not going anywhere. My eyes are watering. They're like wanting. I'm like, don't put the window down. It's just gonna make it worse. It's just gonna make it worse. But yeah, it was fun. Bad. I don't I would love to have that skunk back, but I don't know if I could be in a room like this with that smell 24 hours a day, man. I think it would burn my eyes and my sinuses.
The thing is, I don't even know what a skunk smells like. We don't have them. I don't know what the actual smell is.
Oh man, it's an awesome smell. It's so pungent.
It can be good. Yeah, it can be good, but it can be bad if it's too pungent, just like Greenfinger said. So, this is my another theory I'm wondering to have, because the skunk has that stripe down its back. And it seems to me from experience over the years, is it the wider that white stripe is, the more pungent that fucking steak is? Because I repassed that skunk on the way back by, and it seemed like that fucker had a white stripe about as wide as a tire on its fucking back. And I'm like, no, I wonder if that's why because it wasn't going anywhere. It was there. It was strong. The next couple of days, that thing fucking stayed. It took a couple of washes before it even started to break. I mean, it was, yeah. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the wideness of the white stripe thing being strong?
I haven't ever heard of that.
Dude,
I think it might be
you
a
can selectively breed skunks to be even more stinky.
we got little
Oh,
stripes
there we
right here.
go. It only takes we start talking about skunk, and I thought, no, I started talking about how to breed it. Call that
Nice.
the
It's
wide
kind of like
leaf.
everything else. Go ahead, Red Pill.
Wide leaf drug cultivars. Okay, that's all.
I was
Let's
going to say,
start
I think
taking everything off topic again already, Red Pill. We only just started. We're talking about the width of the white stripe on a skunk. Don't fucking start.
Yeah, wide
leaf.
fucking stripe skunk traits.
I get it.
Okay,
Okay.
just checking.
I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty small ones with some pretty small stripes that'll fuck you up. So I think it might just be a genetic thing, you know. Some skunk families are stinkier than others.
What is
Yeah.
it? What family is it? What kind of a creature is a skunk? What's it?
Rodent.
What's its other families?
It is a rodent, right?
Weasel, ferret, mink,
Right.
capybara.
Varmint.
Almost raccoonish, I think. Huh?
What do they do? Go in trees?
Everywhere. They're just like a raccoon, but fucking smaller.
We haven't got raccoons either, but yeah, okay.
Shit.
I don't think they're climbers. I think they tend to have more like dens.
They just burrow and little, the ones around here are small. We got like little ones, like little fucking stripes. And they got little stripes, like just two little white stripes.
Oh, this one was as big as a fucking raccoon that I'm talking about. It was fucking big.
We don't got those. Ours, the biggest is like a small cat. Like, It's just a desert, you know. There's not much for them to
Oh
live
no,
off
they'll
of.
get big. They'll get big.
Yeah.
They get
So how
25,
big?
30 pounds.
Yeah, they'll be like
Okay.
a dog kind of size or small.
Shit.
Yeah.
But they what was I gonna say? Oh, skunks do whatever the fuck they want, man. Nobody fucks with them, so they just go wherever they want, do whatever the fuck they want. Anytime I've seen a skunk, they just seem totally oblivious to anything around them. They're just do, you know, like they just don't give a fuck. They'll walk
Yeah, they're not
whatever.
like skittish and running off or whatever. It's like, I don't give a fuck. What do you
As
want?
far as the world of nature, they're basically armed with a machine gun. They just can shoot anything they walk past.
But a porcupine is awesome. If you're talking about skunks and shit,
I've gotten a pet a porcupine.
That scent is not easy to get rid of either. Green 13. If you're sprayed, if you as a human are sprayed, you have to soak in like. There's one of the common ways to get it off is like a tomato bath. You smoke in like tomato juice. The acidity will kind of like wash that stink off, but it isn't. It's not easy to get off. Once it's there, it's miserable. You can be miserable if you get sprayed with that shit. Nobody wants to be around to. It's
tomatoes.
yeah.
A lot of them. A lot of cans of tomatoes.
I wonder if like
we used tomato
like,
juice on that fox shit.
I wonder like like an animal. Say if you were like a fox or something like that, you know, a pack animal. If you were like to get sprayed by a skunk, it would be the same thing. If the pack would be like, no, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here till you get that shit off. Catch you up.
One of the other foxes takes a tennis ball, throws it in the lake. No callbacks either.
Oh, that was a good one. I was just like,
I was muted. I was laughing. I was just muted.
I
I
couldn't
can't
find the
laugh at
mute
the
button.
jokes. They're too good sometimes. I'm just like, damn it, why didn't I think of that?
No, with a skunk, man, one swim through the lake's not going to do it. You got to tie that fucker to the boat and drag him across like 6 times.
Do the car wash.
The car wash doesn't even do it when you hit it. You know, if you hit one with your car, the car wash does no justice for it because it seeps into like your
It's
AC
weird
venting
though,
and all
right?
that, and it gets stuck.
Why the fuck does it smell when, like, it must have some of it ready, the stink. It must have a tank full of it, yeah, rather than making it out of its mouth, kind of thing.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
but
just
then
like
the glands, just because you killed it doesn't mean the glands would make.
It's part of it. When it dies, it like releases a spray or some shit.
Right. Just fuck
right
you.
Yeah.
So like it squeezes right out of its ass. Whenever you run something over, it usually squeezes all that air out of it. So it's like,
I think the best way to compare it is like a male cat that sprays everything, you know? It's the same kind of a deal. The skunk just fucking sprays everything and it'll hurt, dude. It fucking ruins you for a good week, 10 days.
It's been quite some time since I cheesed.
Like, so Eagle was talking about he hit one on the road, right? You can smell that son of a bitch that he hit. You'll smell it a mile before you get to it. They're gnarly, dude. What we're gonna have to do is like, we'll have to go have Eagle hit another one, and then kind of bag up some of that juice and send it over to you so you can have that experience over there on the other side of the pond.
No, they won't send it if it smells bad. I've learned from lobster shipping. Once it's rancid, they will not handle it.
And you know, they probably couldn't put that together at the post office. They probably thought that like some guy in Maine really hates you. You know. Or they thought they were doing you a job. They're like, hey, let's help this guy out. This guy's sending them fucking stink bombs and shit.
Could be.
Can't
Yeah,
get
I
the
didn't-
numbers.
all I got was like the box top of the package, letter of explanation from the post office. Your shit was rancid. We threw it out. Here's the proof it was sent. What is that, Green Fingers?
Tincture. I just can't get the numbers on there, but I could say them, I guess. Fucking out.
What is it, liquid?
Mostly THC. It's like got CBG too. I took some earlier, but yeah, it's liquid. It's fucking. I gotta open it. Got childhood shit. Green fingers
So-
too.
An alcohol tincture. Yeah. Or is it oil?
It's like oil, but it's look how clear that shit is.
Okay, wicked.
Those are nice.
Was it expensive?
It would have been $60, but my mom got it for like 15. So
Okay.
yeah.
It doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that, pre-roll?
Yeah. She got 2 pre-rolls today. That's a fat little slobby guy on there with a piece of pizza on his stomach. Can't get it. Very good.
I can't wait till these times when you can just get some fucking little something,
1 gram.
It ain't gonna be too long before you can be able to get shit like that at the party store.
It can't be too long, can it, Eagle? Come on, in the fucking sane universe, for fuck's sake.
Could you imagine? Oh man. Well, they pretty much kind of. Well, it's not like Canada when they drink alcohol. You have to go to like a beer stupid store, like a beer Walmart or like a whiskey Walmart, basically. Could you imagine like having the same thing like with cannabis, basically? Just go to like the flower Walmart. You just walk around big old fucking boxes with fucking. I need fucking 5 pounds for this week. You get a cart full. Same thing with the extracts. Red Pill, the extracts in department. He's got a fucking forklift. Getting that 55-gallon drum and shit. Come on, bring
Yeah,
that shit
like-
over.
Jars, like pickle jars full of fucking RSO and
Cheers, guys. How you doing?
Fingers.
what's up, brother?
Hey, another night,
Cheers,
another
biggest.
night, another Weed Nerd World. I'm getting it. Cheers,
Slowly
chat.
pitching out.
Yeah, Smiley, Eagle, Green 13, SoCal, Green Fingers, and a Red Pill.
So
Cheers, my brothers.
How you doing, Bingus?
I'm very stoned. Very, very stoned, my friend.
Aren't we all?
How about you? I'm just extra stoned today.
I do that sometimes. I like that feeling. I definitely. I would.
I took an extra gel cap and I'm smoking some. Fuck, I don't even know. It's really good though. So,
I
yeah.
smoked some of the finger hash today from trimming up that cuvee.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck, I was retarded for about an hour and a half.
What did you do? Roll it into a snake?
No, I just dropped it straight in the pipe and smoked it straight up. Nothing with it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Fresh.
It's all
Straight off
little-
the fingers.
Straight off the fingers and all the little keef out of the bottom of the trim pan that I was using. That was a great relaxing hour and a half.
Mm.
Cannabis.
I do
is,
like keef as it goes. I do like to smoke keef.
Cannabis is really a blessing. You know, if you get a keef, if you get which I haven't done in a while. I need to get one of those keef catchers, I guess you call it, and then put it in a pouch and press that. Yeah, you get some really good fresh rosin.
True story, man. It's really nice. If you use a trim bit and do the same thing, it's really flavorful.
I got to get back into doing that. Being more detailed with my waste.
It's always something, though, isn't there, Bingus? It's always something. You'll be,
What the fuck are you doing over there, Soka?
All right, put it down.
Shit. God
Sorry,
damn.
thought I was muted. Sorry.
You should see the other guy. Look at this.
He's probably struggling with his arm or his shoulder or some shit.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, it was.
When you got the headphones on, dude, these are. I can hear a gnat flying in my. I mean, whatever. It's awesome. I still can't hear Green Fingers though, especially when he's muted.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. I was like,
how's it going, you guys?
Howdy.
here, guys.
Go in the mime session.
Awesome.
Oh,
Smiley brought up something really cool earlier. Bio LP. And I was wondering if he would elaborate more on whatever his mind throws out at the moment.
Elaborate. Kind genetics, how are you?
Pretty toasted. Some dogs ran up to my house, and now I don't know where my cat is. And I'm like, where's my cat?
Do the dogs look satisfied?
No, they were nice, kind of dopey dogs. But they had a great coat.
I love dopey dogs.
The cat's smarter than the dogs. I'm thinking the cat will be fine. It's the dogs you probably have to worry about.
Got real PTSD because he fought his way out of a pit bull's mouth or something like that. He's got like a scar on the bottom of his throat.
Shit.
But he got out, and he made it.
He's only got 8 lives now.
Actually, he jumped out of a car one time in the middle of like a national forest area, but
7.
he came back to the spot 4 months later. So he might have 8 now, or 7.
7. Yeah, that's all right. I love animals. I really do. My cats are they're just excellent personalities to have around, to be honest. And I serve them well. They have me trained specifically.
You have sphinxes?
What?
You have sphinx kitties? Is that what a sphinx is? Is a sphinx?
Sphinx. Yeah, a sphinx, a cat.
Yeah.
No, a sphinx is a eagle, isn't it? Or a wannabe eagle? No. Rising sphinx. Oh, it's a combination of something, right?
It's according to the meme, dude, it's a sphinx cat.
Huh.
You know the Pharaoh's kitties.
Yeah. They were big on cats.
Oh man. Yeah,
I'm fucking high, dude, so forgive me. I'm really
me as well.
Drifting to the top echelons of the 60% CB1, CB2 receptor opening.
Oh, what's that like?
I can almost see the creator.
Really?
I gotta look. Dude, I'm very, very stoned.
Oh.
That's CB1, CB2 receptors are commonly referred to as the God receptors. So you're definitely.
What does that mean to you?
What does that mean to you? It makes me realize the connection that we are all one, and that all we have to fucking do is act like it. That's what it gives me the realization of.
Like all the plants and animals and stuff living in like a symbiotic
Creation
cycle.
Creation
Like,
is intelligent infinity. All right, so that kind of captures everything. And it has an intelligence. That's why it's expanding.
I mean, there's definitely like a hive mind thing. You know, I've experienced a lot of that.
That that's
I'm an
like
individual.
if you ever studied like the law of one, which is a very interesting study, that's would be considered a sixth density mind, social mind complex, basically.
It's like the unspoken channel that everybody seems to be able to connect to, and I just can't seem to grasp it. Like where everybody's like talking cool in a room, and then like you get the one guy who's like Kramer.
I guess
He wants you to go to the store. And
I guess
buy him food.
I got disconnected there. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, like people are like, we as a group choose these things to be valid,
self-evident. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but like according to they've chosen like a collective perception on whatever it is going on.
It's an agreement, a collective conscious agreement to recognize the oneness of who they've become, who they've risen to become. All right. And the hive mind type thing, even though it sounds a little Borgish, is really what we're all pointed towards as fragments of the creator in the billions and billions of years that it'll take to us to get there. And here comes Chicha B on cue.
Do you think that the hive mind is Candida albanus talking between people's stomachs like a fungi rhizosphere?
Yes.
Because it's like a big bloom now since the experiments of World War II and the nuclear stuff, you know, like they paired with the fungus against, you know, like everything. This says don't pair with the fungus. The whole world is overrun.
As above is below. All right. It's the same network of connectivity because it is all one. All right. It's our perceptions as a collective that gives us the holographic reality that we play within. And literally we are playing different roles at different times. That's why anymore, I mean, if I have a challenge, I'm like, fucking send it. Mandalo la chingada. I mean, fucking send it to me because I want to burn through it like it wasn't even there. Instead of like, oh, I mean, poor me, you know, fuck, you know, daddy government, can you give me extra money because I got to sit at home now? And, you know, fuck that. You know, I'm more into the collective win-win, how can I serve others type of arrangement. And
and you've been up in the mainland for the last like 30-something years.
In the what? Mainland?
Yeah.
Mainland.
In the lower 48.
Yes. Mainland. You're in Hawaii?
Cool. Yeah.
I love Hawaii. I was just thinking about taking a vacation for like a whole month in Hawaii, to be honest.
Well, if you come to Maui, I'll totally meet you at a beach park or something, smoke you out, prove that I'm not just words.
Far out. Maui is, I've been there. I like Kauai, no high rises. Is it still like that?
I haven't been to Kauai in a long time. They got like a bunch of really wealthy people paid to have like a goon squad. And I somehow met one of their guys and he told me like everything, which was kind of cool and weird at the same time, you know? And so I haven't really gone back because I grew up like as like a hippie kid on Kauai and you could camp on beaches and hitchhike and people were pretty chill. But I mean, this guy's like slashing tarps and stuff instead of like, you know, waiting for you to take it down. I mean, I don't think he slashed my tarp. He let me take mine down, but Yeah, that's where they're at.
It's been several years since I've been there, but I really enjoyed it when I was there.
Oh, the food is amazing, and the headspace.
I felt very in balance when I was in Hawaii.
Did you get to go to Kalalau?
I'm not sure. Evidently not. It doesn't sound familiar.
Take that, man. It's a beautiful hike.
I tried to surf. I'm not very good. I'm not good at it at all.
Wow, man, that's some balls because Kauai is scary. Yeah.
No, I bit it. I bit it really hard. Fucked up my tailbone.
That sounds like Kauai. I mean, there's a wicked undertow all over, and then trees will come out of these spots, and you just never know where they end up.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Just fucking flip flops and shorts, man. I mean, that's about all I wore. Period. It was awesome. Sleep at night. When we first got there, we didn't have lodging, so we went on to the beach and we climbed on the top of the lifeguard thing that slept up
As soon
there.
as I can get into flip flops and shorts, the whole attitude changes. I assume yours are white, but anyway, yeah, it's the whole gig.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
cool.
If we could all like take the Weed Nerd World and go to some place and just fucking take it over for like a month.
I was thinking about that. I think we should do a tour. We should have a tour.
And then when we leave, there'll be a smoke trail that follows.
Yeah, we just need a bus,
I have an RV.
Do a tour.
We can fix that. We can hold that for my RV.
The thing is, if we get a bus, we ain't gonna need to do a tour. You know what I mean? Just park it up here, dudes. We're good. Yeah, save on petrol. Get some weed in. Come on.
Yeah, it's just basically we're gonna be in this location.
Yeah.
Yeah, weirdly in a bus.
I seen Chicha be on one of the videos. She was all in her hoodie and shit. I mean, it's just real life stuff. This isn't like, like tarp in the back here and eagles. It's real life. You can touch people and
This actually was a puzzle. This is actually a puzzle.
nice. But that took a minute.
Hmm.
I used to do puzzles when I was in prison. Sorry.
Yeah, cheers, everyone. Happy Saturday. Well, happy Friday for most of you.
Yes, indeed.
I like the 3D puzzles. Any of you ever attempted the 3D puzzles?
I tried
I
those,
have, but
hardest
it's been so long.
This is kind of sound funny because Cheech is here, so I'm going to tell this story. Last time, one of the times you were on the panel, I said that you looked like Mona Lisa. And the reason I said that is because the fucking puzzle that I did at least 30 times in prison was the Mona Lisa.
That's funny.
That all the guys were doing the Mona Lisa puzzle in prison.
Not as long as I had it. Fuck that. Anyway, it was, but you have
Fingers,
that,
it's my
look.
turn.
I'm very high right now, but that's kind of where I was like, God dang, that looks familiar. And I go, fuck, she's the Mona Lisa. What the fuck?
I wouldn't go that far, but hey.
Stevie right there.
Yeah. I forget, dude. It was a pretty complex puzzle, to be honest. Got easier every time I did it.
That's good. What's everyone smoking on?
Hog
Happens
cross.
from-
Hog
Cannabis.
bluebird cross.
What? One at a time.
Shout it all out at the same
I
time.
know, I'm like,
Don't-
whoa, that's like 10 names all at once.
Jersey over here.
What? Okay, one at a time, people.
Cannabis.
Take that one.
What do you got, Red Pill? Does that look like a moon
Crumble.
rock? A
It's
golf
like
ball?
some crumbly dumbly stuff.
Some crumbly numbly stuff?
Yeah.
Does it have a name?
It does, but the only one that knows that is Kilowatt, buddy.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
It's a little secret.
What do you got, SoCal?
That looks looking chunky. What have you got, SoCal? Is that your outdoor?
That is the Eagle cut of Cuvée that I just took down last weekend that was outdoor.
Oh shit.
Nice, man.
It's not a very good trim job on it, but you know.
Hey, as long
No
as
one's no one's trimming their own weed for themselves very well, bro. Trust me.
I probably will.
Yeah.
You probably will for the first 2 times, Cheech.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
Like
just
that?
trim it on spec as it comes out the jar. Give it a little tug, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll cut these ones. Okay.
Yeah, this has
Finger
been
trimming.
this right here has been in the jar since yesterday. It just got trimmed up and put in the jar yesterday. So
Okay.
still not 100% ready, but it's great. It's such a good freaking smoke. It tastes like you should be drinking it from a cup next to a campfire. That's all I can tell you.
What the hell?
It just feel warm and friendly.
It's like that. Yeah, it's got like that little hot chocolate hint to it. Like a
Should
cup
I bring
of
the
freaking hot
marshmallows?
chocolate. It's almost in there.
Yeah.
But I don't
I'll
know.
bring
If
the
you,
graham crackers and chocolate. We'll have s'mores.
oh, the chocolate's in here. There's this
Oh,
Eagle
fuck.
cut's
Well,
got a
fuck.
little
I'll
bit of
just bring the
chocolate to
graham
it.
crackers.
But I'll tell you what, I got so sick of trimming it that I started just stripping off branches and branches and branches into a bag for the freezer. And I ended up with fucking 8.15 ounces of bud that's going in the freezer to go into the hash buckets.
Damn. Nice.
And I only kept 2 full mason jars that I trimmed up. The rest went into the
Right.
buckets.
Nice.
So
Sweet.
when's that run? Not for a minute, or
No, because I like to do mutt runs. I like to take, like right now I got 2 little quart size Ziploc bags in the freezer. One is Afghan and the other one's Pakistan Valley. And then I have all the trim coming from the Mendoloco that was outdoor. So I'm gonna mix it all together and make a big fat run. So it'll just be a big fat mutt run, basically.
Nice.
You guys ever harvest a plant that it never even made the jar? Never even had a chance. Fucking soon as you could smoke it, you fucking started plucking away at it. And by the time it was done, it was like, why even fucking jar this? Might as well just finish it off.
Green fingers.
Personal.
Or green fingers.
Right here, Eagle. Right here.
It looks like it was like in the wind, you know? Like stuck
No,
that
it's
way.
one of those that I bent over. I had like 3 of them.
Right, okay, yeah.
I smoked all of them already. Yeah.
I've taken multiple plants down at a time and got so sick of trimming like halfway through the first one that I stripped them all into the bags just to go in the freezer for hash.
I used to do it all the time, SoCal. It was like as much flour as I had was how much bothered I could be to trim, and then everything else was like, okay, BHO. But I'm a bit more respectful of flour now, to be honest.
That's good.
Cold pressed flour is awesome.
Yeah.
Like smoking hash, like a hashy joint. and it like takes the edge off most buds. And if you got really tasty buds, it'll taste good the whole way.
Mhm.
What's that, Bingus?
That is hog crossed with DJ Short Blueberry. It's extremely crystally, you know, where the leaves are just so crumbly that they're so full of crystals, you know what I mean? And that this is the one plant that it's personal. I pulled it from the closet and it's going onto my plate. It's not going anywhere else because it's so good.
Show us again. Put your hand behind it.
Yeah, this is like makeup. You got to put your hand behind it so it can
Yeah, there you
focus.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, is that what
Right.
they do in the makeup ones as well? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you got your
Okay.
eyeliner and you know, I just seen it in videos. I don't know.
Is that your day job, Gigi? You got some makeup YouTube business going on.
Yeah, you know, that's my daytime job.
6 million viewers.
Right. Yeah, it's all that channel's hidden. You guys don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think when I finally run all that I got frozen, it's going to be probably close to 5 pounds that'll get run through, just because all of the Mendo Loco that's going in there. So it's going to be a long night and a lot of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better have a machine, brother, because you ain't.
I know. I was
got
just about to
shoulder
ask, do you have a machine or you hand bagging it?
I am the machine.
I am the machine.
Me and my wooden spoon.
That's awesome. That's even better that you do it with a wooden spoon.
That's just a hash argument, I think. It's all on how you feel about it. And I watched Green Bodie. He was making some 55-gallon bucket today. I'm like, yeah.
Looked like he beat the fuck out of that eagle, didn't it, though?
Yeah, it just seemed like a whole lot of work when you could do the same thing in the machine. You ain't doing that all day. That's when all I see out of that right there is like you are getting like you're doing that once. That's a one dayer right there. You know what I mean? You're going for the creme de la creme. You're not gonna get everything that could produce. You're not loading
Right.
it. You're not gonna refill that 5-gallon bucket up again and rewash it. You know what I mean? The 3-4 times that you could in a machine, get most of it. I think that's the system that you do once. You drain everything. I don't know. That's yeah.
He actually said in the comments, 1 wash, 15 minutes, done. That's it. Material finished.
That's going to be top grade, though, right? I mean, I don't know. I've never done it. I saw him doing it with the paddle. He was beating the fuck out of it there for a minute.
But
I didn't really watch it that long.
Agreed. Yeah, it just looked rough, but
this is my point. I got into making hash because of I'm just a fucking cheek bucket. I seen shit I was throwing away. I wanted that shit. You know what I mean? I want to utilize as much as I can from that plant. So in the same aspect, am I gonna just do the one wash and go, I just got everything? No, I'm gonna keep going and going and going until I know
your results definitely indicate the process is working. You know what I'm saying? I know shit about it at all. But
I agree, Igor. I also think it's respectful to the plant.
Shit,
You know,
I've
try and
even,
take as much as you can.
I've
Make it
even
as
went
useful as possible.
You're right. You're right. I've even taken it as far as to look at that water and even talk to other people. I'm like, how can I utilize this fucking waste? You know what I mean? We've talked about making Kool-Aids and all kinds of shit out of that water. In the end, what I found out was the best thing I could do with it is give it back to my fucking plants.
Yeah, I was
You
just
know,
gonna
use
say,
it
like,
one last time, give it back to
mhm,
them. Full
mhm,
circle that shit.
Huh, that's a good
mhm.
idea.
That's a good
Oh, they
time.
love it, Vegas. They love
Oh,
it.
it's the best, man. Seriously, it's like, and also when with the beds, I feel like I'm like storing it back in there as well. You know,
Interesting.
it's so yellowy, greeny, fucking yeah. Even the next morning, I've had it freeze overnight, and the frost on the top is just like rainbow colored because of
Oh
all the
wow.
different. Yeah, it's
Huh.
awesome stuff.
That's cool. Again, I'm learning in the weed nerd world all the different aspects of cannabis. That's cool. I got to
Yeah.
cut out, guys. I got to go to bed, man. I'm just, dude, I took that joke gap and now it's like,
Doing its job.
but I'll catch you on the flip side, everybody. Have a good one and cheers, chat. Everybody have a great night tonight.
Have a good night,
Cheers.
Dingus.
Love, brother.
Night.
Vegas.
So I think I'd kind of go about it similar as Green Bodie then did, because the way I'd look at it is I'm gonna take like same thing. 15 minutes made me feel more comfortable with it. If it was gonna be just a once and done 5-minute wash, then I'd say yeah, a lot is being left behind. 15 minutes, not so bad, even with that mass and volume. And what I would do after that, obviously I would take filter that off, let it sit in the fucking 220 bag as long as possible until all the water and stuff was dried off of it. And then I'd stick that soppy weed in an oven and just decarb it. And then that decarbed weed would get taken to whatever kind of oils or butters that I want to do edibles with. So I'm still going to utilize it.
You can do that, soppy weed. Just dry it out, you reckon?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I'm
You
asking.
take the
I'm asking.
soppy weed.
Do you think that would be effective?
Yeah, effective. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you have to dry it fairly carefully. Oh
Well,
no, you're
no, here's the
decarbing
thing.
it, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Not you
it
just
would
do it.
decarboxylate and dry at the same time. And you're going into an oil and a butter, so it's way better of a extraction process than anything anyways. So afterwards, I mean, so you can't really do much with it if it's been sitting in butter, but that the weed waste at that point, there's nothing left in there. You can get that tested. It's no more THC or cannabinoids. It's been washed with water. It's been washed with oil. In chemistry, what they do is when you kind of need to get every aspect out of something like a pill that's got many different constituents in it, they do both a water extraction and a solvent extraction. So then whatever's left after both of those is literally so minute in whatever you're trying to extract anyways. Oh, and as far as the water goes, it'll be another thing that I have to try to, because I bring it up to people. I've actually brought it up many times, all the way since when Bubble Man, he always brings it up. He's like, one time when I posted the video and I asked people how to figure out how to get the, whatever's lost in the bubble water, and so people hit me up the next day. Yeah, well, it's the same thing as my hypothesis or my theory would be that something like dichloromethane, big scary chemical name, but it's a pretty whatever average or regular chemical that people got in their lab all the time anyways. But anywho, it evaporates at 90 degrees and it's totally immiscible with water. But what it's used for in chemistry is to take things that are dissolved out of water that would rather be dissolved into an oil. and it's heavier than water. So when you put it in a separatory funnel, you shake it around and swirl it, and then you let it sit on the stand, and all the things that you're trying to take out of the water make it down to the bottom of this flask, and you can pour it off, and it's got like a little stopcock, so you can totally separate it. Well, anywho, the reason why I would try to, my hypothesis that you could take all the terpenes and anything else that you lost to the water is because it would strip everything out anyways, because it's like doing that second extraction with a solvent like butane or like a fat like butter, and it evaporates at such a low temperature. It actually evaporates at a lower temperature than the surface of your skin, so it totally leaves whatever it's inside of. It's a pretty easy thing to get out, and you don't have to waste it in the same setup that you would do any kind of other distillation. You can just recover it all. There's no waste. It's kind of like those extract craft or those extract craft machines that you can recover alcohol with. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it myself, because usually when I tell people this, they're too scared off because they're not gonna fuck with dichloromethane. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll figure it out.
Man, I just had a revelation or a vision. Seriously.
What is it? Me doing backstrokes in a fucking Olympic pool full of terpenes?
God, no. But if you want to think so, sure. No, wouldn't it be cool to like say, sadly enough, in a lot of these metro areas, Flint, Detroit, I'm sure a lot of the surrounding areas as well, they have a lot of the old original schools, big old brick and mortar, older schools from like the 40s, 50s, and 60s, where a lot of them buildings went dormant. Wouldn't it be cool as fuck to buy one of them old schools and fucking turn it into a fucking grow? Every one of them classrooms could be a different fucking flower room or whatever. You could have the gym for whatever processing purposes or whatever. Each wing could be something, wing sativa or whatever, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah, that'd be fucking badass. And I would think relatively cheap for, square footage of the building if you could find one of those.
I wish that could happen where I'm at, because we have a problem with preserving those old buildings. I went to one of them. Luckily, it got renovated. It was like literally some crazy amount, like $35 million. Might be 3.5 or 35 million, but there's a lot of that. We got those types of colonial buildings and schools that are from the 1800s, 1860s, 1880s, 1890s. And they used to be schools or hospitals or apartments. And then, just because they have bad tenants or bad people maintaining them, then all of a sudden it's considered, too much investment to bring back, then it's worth buying and doing something with. So they just destroy it. So yeah, I wish that would be just one other avenue, even though it wouldn't probably change much, and they'd make up some kind of law or thing saying you can't do it because it's still technically a school. It's got to be 1,000 feet away. But
Junior 77 says, I think I've mentioned this before. No, I've mentioned in Flint that the police in Flint, Michigan were kind of pissy at one point because somebody had put up the money and bought one of their old police facilities and turned the police department into a fucking grow, which I thought
totally would have done. Cool. I would have totally done the same thing.
I brought the school thing up.
Even if that grow never makes any money, if it broke even for 10 years, they'd be like, whatever, just keep that grow there.
The school thing, if people remember us talking about it, was when my solution to coming up with how to get around commercial facilities saying that they can't use long flowering sativas. And remember that whole conversation, how you can't do it because they need their return on investments and they're not going to waste their time and resources on 20-week strains, and I'm like, you don't have to. You can do them in 2-round cycles. You had 10 different rooms that you can environmentally condition to have in each phase of flower, and you can pull a 20 strain variety down every 2 weeks. It just takes you that first 20 weeks to fill each room. So, 2 weeks go by, you got one room going, then the next room. Eventually you have 10 rooms filled, basically, with 2 split things, 2 cycles off. You got 2 rooms that, or, 2 sides of a room that got 2 weeks apart from flower.
You need to do it, dude. We need to stop with the theory. You need to do it. Come on. Let's theory craft every night. Let's see some of this stuff played out. Let's make it as hard as possible for yourself, and let's see you do it back to back. Come on.
Back to
Yeah.
back.
20 plants.
Yeah.
I know it can be done. I mean, I think you could technically do it say if you had a setup where you could have 120 light grow and you had 120 day flowering strain. You have 1 plant per light and you can harvest every day over and over and again, 365.
I don't know if I would want to harvest every day.
Well, me and you wouldn't. We'd be having some crew go in there and chop it all down. So,
But even still, I don't know if I want to harvest every day.
well, that's what I meant. This is like for a commercial facility. This is like how you could have shelves stocked and have plenty supply for demand on a rare flowering equatorial sativa done in everywhere from Anchorage, Alaska to Santiago, Chile to Auckland, New Zealand to Lagos, Nigeria. Can replicate the same thing all over the world.
But Red Pill, what you're talking about there, where the theory breaks down, is you're still looking at that space as the time involved. So like on a 20-week strain, you're still only going to harvest that thing 2 times a year, 2.5 times.
No, how does no one get this? No, on 120 light grow with the 120 day strain, it's going to take you 120 days to get the next round in. But every single day a plant's being harvested, and every single day a new plant's going into flower. 365.
Wait.
Once the system is running, it just keeps burning.
I get what you're saying, but if you look at each individual room per square footage, you're only going to harvest that room every 2 times a year. Where if you're running a 9-week strain, you're going to be about 5.75 times a year. You
compensate for that with the rooms and the different offset flowering cycles.
Right, but that's
exactly how the initial conversation started. Sorry, Smile. Go ahead.
I'm bringing back fucking nightmares. Whoops.
No, I get what you're saying too, Red.
No, you're looking at the harvest time, right? But what I'm saying is you got to stack all those rooms, and if you're going to spend the amount of money,
same thing with everything.
You have the square footage and you're going to run the
pays
light.
For itself once you do it, though.
What's that? I'm sorry.
It pays for itself once you do it, though. Just like anything in cannabis, the lights, your rosin presses, bubble bags.
Yeah, but if you're paying other people to do it.
If I'm going to set up another room, I want to harvest 6 times out of that room, not 2 times or 3. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what are you talking about? You can do that.
Right. It's still half the harvest. That's why they don't do it. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. I understand what you're saying is that, you can stage your rooms and you can expand and set it up to where, yes, you can harvest on a regular interval, long strains like that. But you're still going to be harvesting half as many times as you would with a 9 or 10.
Why?
Because you go 20 weeks instead of 10 weeks. That's twice the time.
It doesn't take 20 weeks. It takes 2 weeks.
Each room does.
Yeah, each room does, but every other week we're harvesting a whole room.
Right. And I'd be harvesting every week. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can harvest every day. I just said another example where I could harvest every day. It doesn't have to be one light. I could do this in a 480 light room that I can harvest 4 plants a day.
I'm not trying to argue it with you. I'm just saying, dude, like the math's.
Oh my God.
You can harvest a plant every day, but it doesn't work out. It just means you have a perpetual harvest and you have some product available all the time.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You're not waiting 20 weeks.
Market dictates your long-term sativa.
Supply lines aren't waiting every 20 weeks to get it.
You can grow a 20-week strain, but you're not going to get double the amount for it at market. That's why it's just
you don't need to, because I'm keeping the lines
rooms 2 or 3 times.
They can be less money. I can undercut anyone else.
It's at that point, it's more of a common sewer thing versus are you doing it for money or being a common sewer and growing it for yourself?
If I'm undercutting everyone in the market, I would say I'm not doing it for money. And if I always have a stock supply line,
that's how Be Real runs his shit.
It takes twice as much time, money, nutrition, electricity.
I don't understand why.
Why would you go undercut?
Because a 20 room grow would be the exact same if you're growing 100 different strains, or if you're only growing 1 strain in it. You got 20 rooms, you got X amount of watts, costs you X amount of power to run everything. It's still the same. A 20 room grow is still a 20 room grow. Just because I run 1 cultivar on staged perpetual rooms doesn't make it more expensive for me to do.
Yes, it does, because you have double the cost into running a 20-week strain than you do a 10-week strain. You're gonna run your lights for twice as long.
Right.
And just listen a minute, and then you're gonna add fertilizer twice as long per room. Each one of those plants is going to get twice the investment.
I don't understand why you don't understand. I compensate for that, for being able to harvest more often than you do.
Compensate for that by expanding space.
I don't have to, because we're talking about a difference between 8-week strains and 20-week strains when it's irrelevant. When you're growing perpetual, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
It does matter. Because
no, it doesn't.
He's running the fucking lights that
we
long.
can do the same thing with the short strains.
That's what I just did.
1 room all the time, but yeah, we'll be doing it 3 times as faster. It's just there's no.
You can't do it any faster than harvest once a day. You can't do it any faster than harvest once a day. What are you talking about?
You can harvest 1 room,
can
or
do
you
twice
can
as
harvest,
much. Dude.
Yeah, you can harvest 12 plants or 3 rooms or whatever. Yeah, as Green 13 say it. It's just amount of how much staff you have, how much time, how much can be produced that you can do in one day. That's a different story.
Well, then we're talking about automation, and people aren't going to be as fast as robots.
It's still extra cost, and you're adding space.
Oh, God.
Investment, dude.
It's okay.
Great, but once you get over that initial investment, then you're in the green.
What you're saying, I understand what you're saying.
Green 13.
And rooms, yes.
Have a good night, Green.
Harvest on a regular interval, but that still doesn't change the fact that your square foot in each individual room, you go twice as long. You would have to harvest twice the amount of weight off each plant to have a 20-week strain be as efficient as a 10-week strain. And I don't know why
don't you think you could do that? Why don't you think you could do that on a big sativa?
You don't understand that math, dude.
Why don't you think you could do that on a big
20
sativa?
Is twice the amount of 10. How is that confusing to you?
I'm not confused.
Okay. Why would you be able to cut costs and sell something that took you
You don't have to.
At half the cost?
Maybe it costs you more to do for a startup, but you don't have to cut any costs.
Each time you run a harvest, you're going to run that for 20 weeks. It doesn't fucking change. The cost is double.
But he's going to undercut everybody. So he's going to guarantee sell out. That's what you're thinking.
But then again, he's saying, you're talking about 1 strain, 120-day strain, right? Sure. How many people are going to pick that up off the shelf after the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time? People, think about it. You and us.
I mean, they never get old.
I like variety.
The The only way I think of that you could cut your cost for your 120 room is you could better have 10 other rooms flipping constantly that are short week strains, paying for or making up for what you're losing in the 120s.
Bad.
I guess we'll just come back to this conversation when someone's doing it.
Well, that's why nobody's doing it.
No, it's not. No, no one's doing it because we're not too far down the road yet.
Yeah, but nobody does it because it doesn't add up, dude. You got to double your yield or double the.
Okay,
Whatever
okay.
that
No
you're
one will ever commercialize a 20-week strain. Ever.
You
I'm
have
not
to
saying they won't.
for
indoor production, nobody's gonna do it. No, not for indoor production.
Not until they can like top shelf, black label. It's only gonna be for that one rich guy that wants to pay fucking X amount of dollars. Yeah, availability will be there.
Okay, did I ever say that it wouldn't be available for those people?
But what if you grafted on
Commercial level?
a faster strain? If you grafted on another faster strain like a blue dream, you could get that same production as fast. You know, like that's how grafting works, right?
I have a question. What if it's not done in 20 weeks? What if you have to go 22 weeks?
You would have all those kinks worked out.
But Red Pill, let's put it this way: say it costs you $100 a week to run one of those rooms, okay? Just for an easy number, $100 a week. So in a 10-week strain, if I harvest, I'm gonna have $1,000 invested into running that one room. You're gonna have $2,000 invested into running that one room.
Okay, but I got money to put back in the bank every 2 weeks.
So would anybody else. You can't change the facility.
Not if you're not running perpetual and you have an 8-week flower strain.
But either way, you're gonna have to double the size of your facility to keep up with that on a 20-week strain. Either
Well,
way,
I don't have to double anything if it's already big enough to
you have to
listen.
double what your yield is.
It's already big enough.
double what
This conversation started with the school. Then we went back to the conversation with the long flowering sativas. So yeah, if I bought a school, I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Okay,
There's more
how?
than 20 rooms. There's hundreds of.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying you could.
I'm sure Smiley wants to go.
Much with a 10-week strain. That's all.
Backtrack 5-6 words. You guys did say I can't do it. That's why we're continuing on the conversation for however long it's been.
You won't let it go.
I know, that's what I mean. I'm trying to make a case for why I can. That affirms that you guys said that I can't do it.
If it could be
You guys
done,
do agree that I can't do it. I'll shut up after that.
no, here's the thing. If it could be done that way on a commercial level and be profitable, it would already be going on.
No, I don't believe it would already be going on because stuff hasn't. We're still babies in this fucking commercial and legal market.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Well, because 70s and 60s, there wasn't indoor grows, but all these 20-week sativas were the only norm.
There was plenty of indoor grows in the 70s. Plenty. But look at California.
I'm not going to argue about that.
Look how long California's had medical.
All right. This is what I'm going to say about that. Back then, if you went for a long-term sativa, it was a different market. It was more rarability. You could fucking walk in and go, yeah, I've got this. Bam. Nobody's got this. You could put your fucking mark on whatever you wanted on that shit. But today, in a market where fucking hundreds of people are coming at you with fucking the same product, you're fucking, it won't work. It don't work. There's too many people doing the same fucking thing. It isn't a market where your product's going to stand out that big or that great, where people will want to pay double, or you're going to get it. Just, yeah, I guess 100%. I'm going to say it won't work. 100%. There's no way that if I could produce in the same instance where you've got your long-term sativa, you producing 5 pounds in that room, no matter whether it's fucking your whack-a-mole theory of fucking perpetual harvest, it's all going to equal 5 pounds in the end. Take that same room and flip it twice the same amount.
Yeah.
10 pounds, my 10 pounds is going to bring me greater wealth than your 5 pounds in that same market.
So
Any
here's
Any
my
day.
next crazy statement. I'm going to go even deeper in the crazy pool. I'm going to claim at some point, regardless of strain, that in a 70 square foot area, I can do 10 pounds.
The amount is nigh, really.
Yeah, but how is
Because
that?
I'm gonna do that twice in the same amount of time that it's taken you. No matter what you produce, that's capable of doing it in an indica or a short week strain. That room's gonna be flipped twice.
Even if
You
I'm
can
doing
do
it 365,
pounds.
I'm harvesting every single day, 10 pounds.
Yeah, because I can set my short-term week
I'll give you
strain to do the
100
same
square
thing.
foot.
I ran a perpetual long enough to where I can do the same
Well, then
thing.
we're
I
both
can
going to
be
get to the
down some
point
every
where
day.
everything is dialed down the exact
My
same.
product-
The only difference is going to be the name of the strain that you're selling and the name of the strain that I'm selling, because we're both growing the exact same amount of weight and we're both doing it in the same amount of time. So then it
And
becomes
people-
the buyer's preference.
And people are going to go to the dispensary and they're going to see red pill strain for, 5-6 weeks in the dispensary. They're going to see eagle strain in the same place for the same amount of time. And at the, month in, they're going to go to Smiley because Smiley's got something different now.
I get
You're
it.
putting out,
Plastic
you're
surgery.
putting out 10 pounds a day of the same damn thing. Even
No,
me,
no, no.
man, like,
It doesn't have to be the same thing. We're just talking about the long flowering sativa.
I mean, they're beautiful.
So
They're hot.
let's
They're
go back
amazing.
to- Can I run through a scenario with you again? Maybe.
What's that?
So you had 120 lights, and you were running the 120-day strain. Is that what you had?
No. It's one particular cultivar. It can be any, and it can be rotated.
Right.
It's fictional. It's a complete,
Okay, but I'm just saying, let's make some specifics on this fictional so that we can translate it.
I kind of was laying them out. You want to write them down? I'll lay them
I
out.
think we got
Right.
it.
Yeah, everybody's kind of got it, I guess. But what I was getting at, I was just going to try to break it down for you, because every time I'm telling you it's twice as long to flower that, you're like, but I'm going to add more space. And that's where I was like, but adding more space.
Well, just like I said, I can do the 10 pounds in a 70 square foot room. We're talking about a school with, dozens rooms.
Right.
The space adds up. Yeah, I know it costs a lot of money to do this, but
The only fact that you're telling me there's more rooms only tells me that in each one of them rooms I can get double. You know what I mean? You're just adding to you're burying yourself on this one. You give me more rooms, I'm still gonna do it to you 3
Exactly.
times.
The ratio is still the same. You're still taking twice as long. It doesn't matter
Wow.
if it's 10 rooms or 100 rooms or 1 room. It's still, you can compare it on a 1 room
you
basis.
gave all these stipulations, and one of them was Eagle said, I'm going to have other rooms with shorter flowering strains to compensate for that. And like I said again, in a school where I have dozens of rooms and I only need 20 to have the staggered perpetual grow of a long flowering sativa, that can be a Puna butter, it can be a Swazi gold, it can be a fucking chocolate Thai. I could have all those. It could be seasonal. It could be every run is a new different run. So sure, maybe I got 24 other rooms to do other stuff with. So now, Eagle, does that change? Is it not 100% I can't do it? Is there now only an 80% chance I can't do it?
Well, that just means, again, you're just doing it more for connoisseur reason. Otherwise, you'd be having it in the big numbers. I totally agree with you that you could have the other rooms compensating for some of the costs, but it's only compensating. It's only compensating.
It's always twice as long per square foot, bottom line, about kilowatts.
What is? So I didn't hear the before square foot.
The flowering time between a 10-week and a 20-week is always going to be twice as long per square foot. That's always going to be the bottom line.
I understand that, Smiley, but what I'm talking about is I'm totally fine with Okay. I understand what you're saying, but try to understand what I used to think.
But what you're saying
but I
doesn't
still
get around that though, Red Pill. That's what we're trying to talk you down from. What you're saying does not get around.
I like how you talked me down. No, you're not going to unmotivate me from doing this, Smiley. Sorry.
No, hopefully it's fuel,
trying to
Joe.
unmotivate you.
Prove
I'm just
me
trying to-
wrong.
Maybe
That's
help you understand what you're looking at, the hurdle of it, and why people don't do it.
I feel like I need a whiteboard or a chalkboard here.
I need one too. I need
I do
graph
have a
paper.
whiteboard.
Fucking
I do have a
No, but
whiteboard.
I hate doing the piloting someone else with a whiteboard because I'm like, do a circle, and I'm like, no, the bigger circle.
That's so good. You're here. Yeah.
I
That's
got a
why we need
whiteboard.
You got a
Oh, man.
whiteboard.
I do. If we really need to break it down, I got a whiteboard.
right. But no
There
matter
you go.
what your cost per square
I know
foot-
people really good with what's that ACAD, AutoCAD or whatever. I know, yeah, they can do that kind of stuff. I can not only can I already visualize it, but I can have someone give you a 3D representation.
I hope
I
you
feel
do.
like this.
I hope you prove it wrong.
Yeah,
a lot of these.
I'd like to see that.
I'm not trying to I'm just trying to help you understand the hurdle you're up against because you got it backwards when you say you'll be able to sell
Ah,
Synthetic.
kills me every time you word things like that, though.
You do though. You're thinking you can sell it for half the cost and it's going to be double the cost.
I didn't say anything about half the cost. Undercutting is the word I used. It can be by 99 cents.
Does your take away special kinds of paint and stuff? You know, like, are you for a specific market? Because, I mean, best of luck to you, but I know people who have definitely tried to get stuff for like $30 to $50+ a gram. And
No, hell no.
people go for it. There's only like
I
four
would
people
never do
who go
that to
for it.
anyone.
Well,
That, as far as I'm glad you bring that up, because as long as I'm saying crazy things, for my stance when obviously I really like BHO. It doesn't have to be because it's BHO. My philosophy on that is at least how it goes for when you go to a store. Maybe people are sick, with something, and it's not just about recreational. It's recreational and medicinal for them. Now, maybe what their thing is, it's not something that hinders them from smoking or dabbing or anything. Maybe it actually is a benefit because they need a harder dose to get rid of some kind of nerve pain or something like that. So when you go to a store, let's say right now there's a philosophy or maybe an ideology that it's kind of like veganism. BHO is bad. Solventless is good.
you have to say blasted BHO is bad because the closed system and butane is awesome, and I don't think it causes the damage like the blasted stuff.
That's a good smart way of looking at it. That a lot of people they're just ignorant towards it because they just don't care for whatever reason. My efficacy problem is how much it costs you, the difference in price. Where, like I said, a really nice doesn't need to be CRC. It shouldn't be CRC if the medicine is, if it's good, clean medicine going in there, it should be good medicine coming out. So, really nice shatter you can find for $10 and $11. And it is no problem.
It's the chemical equation, man. Like you're talking about that solvent thing.
I know the yield factor, but here's the thing: is there's still no reason why when you go to a dispensary you should be paying for hash rosin for $80 to $200 a gram.
I feel like this would be a good video game for Red Pill.
I agree.
You just keep trying. Game over. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I like that.
Okay, so yeah, I feel bad for the people that get talked out of buying BHO because it's bad for them, even though it's less bad on their wallet, and they feel like they got to pay $80 to $200 a gram for a gram. $80 to $200 a gram for medicine that's at least sold to them as cleaner and better for them, which isn't true.
closed system and butane is one thing, and then
Yeah.
the blasted B stuff that people do, this stuff is so gnarly. It doesn't matter how well you purge it, it's going to give that cough and the crash, and it does that gnarly, polarity shift in the brain, which makes the crash.
Yeah, so that's, I'm over the whole thing. I feel like people are taking advantage. The solventless people that are taking their stuff to market are definitely taking advantage of people. There's no reason why it needs to cost that much.
Well, that's why I went with this cold pressed flower stuff, because it gets me pretty much a concentrate high, and then I don't lose the weight. I get to smoke 28 grams instead of like 4 or 3.
Sadly enough, that it's back to the market thing, Red Pill. I don't think a lot of people want to necessarily charge as much as they do, but it's one of them things. You could put 10 items out, and of course, they're dictating the mark. It's say $20 a gram, and then you come in with your good-hearted product, and it's good, whatever. You come in and I only want $2 to $4 a gram with it. People are automatically gonna go, "What the fuck's wrong with that?" You know what I mean?
I know.
Versus
I have the
all the
same philosophy with seeds too.
Not really, because I bought this for $14 an eighth. I didn't think twice about it. I bought it without thinking there's any problem. Bought this
They
for
will
$60.
most definitely be by a few people that do buy it, like myself,
And
that are
then this
cheap
is
and trying to save a buck, but it won't be the demand.
and then
I
this
know
is
what you're
60.
saying, Eagle, because same thing happens if I want to sell seeds that if it's less than $10 a seed, people are going to question it. Like, oh, those must be trash anyways.
Yeah, like I
Oh,
was able to afford these seeds, but I'll name the other brand I couldn't afford, the Humboldt Seed Company. They were charging way too much. I couldn't afford it. It was over $200 for one pack. Couldn't do it. But I could get 2 of these packs for the same price of one of their lowest priced ones. So sometimes it's about price, but sometimes it's just about what's fucking economic at that time. So
Well,
it's
the
just
difference between
the
like,
timing
yeah, I was gonna
timing
say,
and craft. There's a difference. So yeah, you got a point though.
but like red pill, back to the BHO versus the hash rosin or whatever, but you got to look at what your yield is too. So a lot of them hash rosin guys, what's a good yield? They're 10%.
Well, to be honest, I know what you're saying there, and I think those are lies too.
Lies.
I said it. Yeah, but people tell you, "Oh, dude, it only yielded 4%. Give me my money." Yeah, it yielded 8%. And you're keeping the other half as head stash. Duh.
I mean, what happened to hash oil, man? Like, you throw a bunch of hash or keef into a little crock pot thing or whatever, and you boil it into that black goo. And you just tiny little hits.
Why would somebody lie about their own weight?
Now we're gonna go into the psychology of why people lie.
Do it.
I mean, like,
I do lie about how much I grow though. But I say I grow like a little bit, but like when I grow outdoors,
I'm sorry, but all extract makers,
never say
especially
how
if you're
much.
giving your product to someone, they're taking some out. They'll be like, "Yeah, man, it yielded 6%. It yielded 8%." Even if they're not splitting it in half, like I just gave that other example. But yeah, you got to do it single source if you actually really want to know how much came out of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you did it single source, there's no reason to lie to yourself about it. That's what I'm getting at. So, I don't know. You add things into the scenario that
I would say if you're in one of those really strictly regulated markets, you can't even get away with it. But yeah, if it's going to be someone just like in a recreational / medical market, yeah, they're probably taking some out. Obviously, keeping some of it for themselves.
my flower rivals concentrates. Like, You could smoke my stuff after smoking concentrates and know that you smoked my flower. You know, I mean, that's how it is for me and most people. Like, if you ever get to try my stuff, if you would let me know. And, you know, if you get the psychedelic, like you just did a little bit of LSD or mushrooms, I'd also be stoked to know about that.
Well, to answer your question, Smiley, before we go on, with that, and I'll just, I don't know, be less involved in the conversation. I need more another dab in me. But the reason why you might be compelled to lie is for the reason you're trying to get that amount of money, that price. You know, someone might be like, you know, when you're selling BHO, it wasn't this expensive. You're like, I know, but you don't get as much yield. So come on.
The reason I would lie, this is the only reason I lied, so I wouldn't get robbed. I say like I only made this much. I only got this much out of it. So I didn't want my door getting kicked in because that happened before. Like I had fucking 2 home invasions and fucking, so I lied. Every time I would lie, I said, oh, I only got 14 grams, even though I got fucking like 40. Because I didn't want the motherfuckers kicking in my door every time. So like that was just the only reason. So.
But what I was getting at before Red Pill cut me off was the BHO will yield in the 20%. So either way, even if you get 8%, like you're saying, it's not anywhere near what a BHO is going to yield.
Well, then you even lower it too, because your hash yield, right? Whatever that is, and then your pressed yield, because it's going to maybe press whatever 70 to 90% out, depending on what kind of bags you use. It's not a 1-for-1. You don't press 1 gram of bubble and get 1 gram of rosin. There's a loss there too.
Well, yeah, that just makes it even
more expensive. Yeah.
I mean,
that's my problem with it. And the only reason why you'd be turned away, like, da, 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 you know, Jeopardy music, when you're trying to make your mind up, buying between the two, you're like, I don't know, this BHO looks fine to me. And it's fucking 8 times cheaper. You'd be like, oh, wait, but what's the butane going to do to me? Oh, yeah, that's right. Everyone talks about how bad it is. Oh, well, I better go on the safer side. It's like organic food. You know, you pay more for organic food.
How long's my camera been on? It just flipped over.
Fucking died.
Like, really? Motherfucker. Been sitting here the whole time. I've been flipped on this. I'm on my phone and I'm like flipped on only where I can only see one panel at a time.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to dab right now, so I'll shut up.
You can dab.
You can't wait 3 minutes, 4 minutes till 420.
Oh, he needs to take multiple.
I'll double up. Yeah.
I wanted to continue his argument for a couple more seconds because it's fun to me.
I'm done.
Breathe.
Let's all do an ohm, a collected ohm together. Everybody in 3 seconds. Ohm.
So let's shift the topic while you're doing the dab, and you threw out another one. Right, everybody kind of stomped past that. About 10 pounds out of a 70 square foot, but I'd give you even a 10 by 10, which would be 100 square foot. But I don't know, man, that'd be pretty tough to do. Be a pound, yeah.
I'll do that. I'll try it for him. I'll get a 10 by 10 and put it in my greenhouse, and we'll do it. I'll try it. You just got to tell me how to do it.
How many lights?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
4? I guess that's doable.
But I'll try it. I'll try it for him. I got the space. I'll try it. He's got to explain this shit to me, and I'll try to do it.
I mean, I guess if you grow like a Mendo Dope style tree in there,
that's what I'm saying.
10 pounds, you know?
I'm saying if I bend one of those over, I could get fucking 20 pounds out of it, bro. If I fucking get one of those and bend it over completely.
If it's indoor, the size of the plant or the number of
Done it
plants
before.
doesn't matter. It's the yield, the light source that matters.
I've done it outdoors before, so indoors, I don't know. That's kind of different. A whole lot different.
They say nobody cares about like the smoke high quality and stuff. They're just looking, they want something that looks good and it smells good. And then who cares after that? Because most of their friends are just going to look and smell it.
That's another argument that I have though. This isn't even trimmed. This is fucking untrimmed bud. Totally untrimmed. Looks like that. Like it's got full leaves on it. It's deli bud, not trimmed at all, and it's $14 an eighth. So it's like that's why it's $14 an eighth, but it's smokable sugar leaf. It's all smokable. I don't know. People, it didn't even look nice. It looked ugly, but it smoked better than this stuff that cost fucking $60 for an eighth. I'm just saying, it's not always about the quality either. It's about like what it looks like in the bag. It's some bullshit. Like you get a jar, that's where you expect the fucking. Now this is 10 times better than both of them. Like it's in a fucking jar though. They know how to do it. It's just different qualities.
I mean, I thought dudes went and did hash and concentrate because most of the industry is salters, and most salt bud doesn't have a flavor after the first hit unless you got really special strains. And so you wash it, then you get a better flavor, and you know nobody really knows that.
Well, yeah, just make it into a concentrate completely. Any concentrate, any form. Like that's the way you get your money back 10 years ago, anyways. Like that's what I was doing. Like making hash and BHO, fucking allegedly. Outdoors.
I mean, I'm not pulling that much. I'm pulling maybe like half a pound a year, maybe if I'm lucky, like a pound a year. And I can't even smoke all of that.
Cheers.
Buds.
Can we get the dab song?
It's good, man.
Oh yeah.
I think there's multiple people talking. On the show. Let it fade the anxiety away right now. Breathe in, that's it. Yeah. Let it take you away, brother. You know, I was actually listening to this today. YouTube plays this in my playlist like crazy. Rock and roll playlist. Fucking Teacher 2. Fucking rap playlist. Fucking it sneaks it in. And it's actually a pretty good little dance tune. In the headphones, excuse me. Yo. He's just a fucking bastard. Dad time. This is dead. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm gonna fucking next time we get like super heated conversations, I'm just gonna throw up like one of those like things that the networks would throw up, like a fucking something to across the screen. And I'm just gonna let the dad song play for like 30 seconds. Then I'm just gonna unmute everybody and let this conversation go back. Like, this is kind of
Time out.
Oh, we need a total like a time of chaos so we can all yell at each other and get our shit off our chest.
Remember back like in the 50s where they'd just throw up the fucking picture and it'd be like, and then it'd come back to the show. Fucking, it'd just be trying to block out whatever was happening live on the show.
You know, it's funny, last week when we were up in Big Bear off-roading, everybody laughs at my Jeep, you know, because it's a little Cherokee, but it's not quite, you know, the showroom floor model. So all these guys in the Wranglers and the Rubicons always laugh at me like, dude, you'll never make it up that trail on that little soccer mom thing. And we came bouncing up one of the gnarly ass trails up there last week with the wife driving and the dab song all the way up on the radio.
Yes. Did you get a video of it?
I did, but it came out like shit.
Oh,
It's like a Blair Witch project. I was trying to do it with my phone, and it'll make you sick.
funny. That's awesome, though. Love it.
There's no way you'll make it up here, man. We get up there and they're flipped over on their fucking side, and we're rocking the dab song.
The irony right there.
Are you hitting BHO? Or are you smoking rosin hash? Hash rosin?
Sadly enough, I'm not too in particular. I'll smoke almost whatever's brought to the table.
I mean, for me, rosin is like smoking a bunch of joints, right? It's just like super, like smoking a shitload of weed at once instead of like a hash high, which is like its own situation.
I guess if I had choice, I prefer rosin, or if I'm smoking joints, I like hash. But yeah, BHO, if that's what you brought to enjoy. Well, I'm if it's made right, I don't have no problems with BHO. You know, they products like Feroli. Take time, you got some care in your product. Yeah. I don't really care that necessarily the means in which it got there. So,
only that butane closed system, you go like the blast BHO, even if they purge it professionally, there's still that crash, like doing a hard drug or something, and the polarity shift in the brain, it's gnarly.
Okay. Definitely. That's why I like to accompany the BHO with flour. You know, I need, when I smoke like BHO dabs, I need flour close by to keep me from that anxiety tipping point. Because too much BHO will give me anxiety. But if I've got flour, you know, to just take back and put the brakes kind of on it, it's all good. All good.
Yeah, I used to have to take CBD after. Like, I'd get so much anxiety, I'd have to fucking take a CBD dab every time, or I'd fucking freak out.
I actually seen that wave coming with the younger generation as BHO dabs were introduced. And that constant up and down that you're referring to. The younger generation, the younger kids that are just kind of skipped over flour and just went straight to dabs. Them people, them kids have anxiety terribly. And I think it directly relates to that type of ingestion method. You know, them dabs straight off the bat, that high, the low, the high, the low. What comes next? I don't know. It's the same thing anxiety brings, you know. But, man.
Yeah.
BHO will bring it out.
There's not that much of a low with the cold pressed flour. That's why I like it. I can't do and handle lows that well. You know, like my PTSD will come out. I just don't like dealing with that. But the cold pressed flour just smooth sail down.
I don't know. I love my flour.
Yeah. I used to actually cold press mine, but not like how you did. I saw how you did it on Instagram. I used to press
You
mine
just gotta
down.
press it once and it'll make it like hashy or something like that.
Yeah, I would just flatten it into one little patty in the size of a Ziploc baggie, and like smash it in between my door, and just smash it in between my door, like over and over until I got it like flat enough. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, there it is."
Oh, it's an awesome high. And you get to carry all that weight. But
yeah, you don't have to carry much. You just carry a chunk, and it breaks up pretty good with a fat joint. Fucking fat, fucking good. Yeah, king size papers. I miss that shit. These ain't cutting it no more. Too small.
thing, these phones. Red Pill. I was wondering, I hadn't heard from Red Pill. I'm like, what's he doing? I had to flip back on the screen because I can't see him. He's just cheaping.
Not working, is it? Not working. He still wants to argue about how it's gonna work. He's like, fuck, but I
Oh,
could just show him how it's gonna work.
no argument, just good conversation. And like I
Yeah.
said, if anything else, I just hope it just helps fuel his dream.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. He's gotta explain that shit to me so I could fucking get a 10x10 print out there and fucking do it now, because now I have to fucking try it.
Trust me, I've had some conversations before just as this, to where, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that, to where either I've went home, hurt myself trying, or I've went and fucking build a model and shit and brought it back. See, told you it was totally possible.
Yeah.
Might not ever happen without that fueled conversation. So,
Yeah, and I'm that person who's like, I'm a skeptic. I want to see if it's gonna work. If it doesn't, fuck it, because I got space and time. Like, it doesn't matter either way. Like, if it works, if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not like, if it doesn't,
Well, that's, I mean,
whatever.
I consider myself a skeptic too, and this is still coming from that point of view. I won't talk about it so much if I can't do the math in my head and visualize it as well as I can.
You
Despite
can
if
grab the
I'm
whiteboard.
wrong. It doesn't matter if I'll be determined on a later date if I'm wrong or if I'm wrong. So my math still checks out.
I can't tell you how many times I've hurt myself on a you can't. Seriously. Like, even like, I'm telling you, like, little things, you can't jump that. No. Yes, I can. Do it 30 times to get that once. I did it. 3 broken arms, 2 bikes later.
Oh my God, watch this.
Yeah, thank goodness I don't. It's good to hear. Yeah, a lot of those were back in that area. It's fine.
So some dude posted this thing in Instagram, and it said that People Magazine is claiming that some mom lost her son who was 19 to suicide because of high potency marijuana addiction. And I'm trying to
I don't
tell,
believe it.
well, the stoner community needs to understand that if you use synthetic, crystal salts and stuff like that, or pyrethrins or any kind of sprays, like, you get a crash that's like a hard, like a crappy hard drug that's cut with trash, and there's all kids who are going nuts, and it's because they're smoking salt buds and stuff like that. They don't know it.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, if you have friends who used to be really cool and they became erratic and they didn't have thousands of horrible life experiences, then it's probably because they smoked a bunch of, nasty buds and didn't respect their central nervous system.
Like bath salts.
I mean, so the more people that can get that out there and just understand, because I've gotten a lot of threats and things like that because of just that, but it's real, man. Like, and it really hurts families and people, and it permanently alters people. Like they're doing crappy cocaine or something like that, man. It's just
Well,
as far as the BHO and me goes, I'd rather be a crazy person that can see than a sane blind man.
I mean, I can handle being blind if the rest of the 4 senses get kicked up,
right.
And that could be.
I agree with that for sure.
Like I was saying, I'd rather just be really stoned than blind.
Well, like you get a
Really stoned and blind. Is that what you said?
No, really stoned rather than blind.
Oh, really stoned and blind.
dude at a beach park told me that he didn't get high anymore, right? And I'm like, if you're smoking really good Hawaiian buds, like you should always get high no matter what, no matter how many pounds you smoke. And I'm pretty because he was smoking chemical buds to have like a whole different situation versus organically grown buds, which you get the right strain and you could smoke it every day, like 9 Pound Hammer. It's been over 5 years and I still love smoking 9 Pound Hammer.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no like, I'm tired of this strain and I'm not getting affected anymore. Like, I was like a raging chronic, and I still am, but I can barely get through like 1.5 grams a day now, just because I upped my effect level of my buds and got the right strains.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
I won't argue with that.
But
Hell yeah.
I was just gonna say, Jolly's got to find better salt growers around him. So.
no, I smoked like pro salt dude stuff, and I got the crash. Like, if I get the crash, and you're around me, and you gave me that bud, I don't know what I'm gonna do, But I asked you explicitly if it was organic, and then you lied to me, and now I feel suicidal. And I mean, like my hormones are like somebody wants to kill me, and I'm sitting in the room with them, for like 3 to 5 days, and I don't know what's going to go on. And if that person doesn't use extreme manners, like I've had a couple degree black belts back down, when I get that one look in my eye, just like, dude, like I am a chill, awesome aloha guy, and you just stepped on my stuff and hurt me in a bad way when I'm crashing. And I didn't even want that, And organic buds, no problems like that. Then it's just the wrong terpene cocktail, But like if you buy terps, they say be super careful with terps and the concentration of terps, because you can do like long lasting liver and kidney damage. And I don't know, like if making rosin or super terpy stuff will do the same thing, but I'm pretty sure that the wrong terps at the high concentration levels can greatly reduce your liver and kidney function. And there's just
You didn't hear that from Ethan Russo, did you?
no, like most of my stuff was like intuitive stuff, and then I'll go and cross reference it with people's books and stuff. Like there's that nice podcast earlier today, and the person said that some dude took a bunch of LSD and then like had a bunch of insights, and I'm like, so how come his insights are valid and mine are invalid, and nobody can match my effect, And so it's just a bunch of people hating on me and pushing me out, and I'm just like, okay, there's nothing I can really do.
Well, unrelated to cannabis, I know there's a lot of studies now that people will be like, because they feel like we're in a new, new terpenes and they're high volume and abundance. Well, actually, there's been other studies, and like centurions, not the fucking Roman soldiers, the people that live to be 100 or whatever, centenarians. Woo! Anyways, the centenarians, there's a study in a certain one, I think it's like Corsica. They grow a lot of heliocris, like flowers and stuff, and it's made for essential oils. All the mountains are growing, fields of it. And the people there have like 100 and plus year life expectancy. So they did studies on it, and they tried to associate that the natural volatility of the terpenes and all the abundance of them in the air present around them all the time contributed to their longer or longevity.
Maybe, but I mean, most really old people that I've met that are really old, like they were not fuckers, you know, like they didn't do like as radical, messed up shit as their counterparts. And I thought that was a big contributing factor because not all of them ate healthy and some of them smoked a lot of cigarettes and stuff. But the one steady thing was that they weren't, you know, fuckers.
But we're all fuckers. What the hell?
Yeah, I know, but there's like some people that you can leave other people with, and you know that they're not gonna, you know, and then there's others who will just they're shisty and you know just all things we don't want.
Weed them fuckers out of your life.
Yeah, those fuckers are the wrong fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, but you know,
there's something to that because if you know, you get what you hand out gets thrown back at you, so it shortens your life expectancy to fuck around.
Nah, I've given compliments to people before, and then like they've come back with blades, you know, like literally, you know, and I'm like, whoa,
they're an unhappy person, and there's probably a medical reason why they're happy. They're probably in some kind of medical pain or suffering from something.
Well, I mean, if I just
correlation,
cool dude, and you didn't understand the phrasing, and then you want to get violent, I mean, I don't see why I should allow you to physically hurt me, because you didn't understand a compliment. You know, when you could have asked for clarification or all sorts of.
I gotta get that wheel. We need a wheel.
It's that time, man. I gotta jump out. So good to see all you guys.
Positivity, man.
You too. Good to see you, Red Pill.
Cheers. Have a good night.
Thanks, man.
13 was there. Eagle. Always good, man. Thank you.
Smiley.
Have a good one, Smiley.
Much appreciated, brother.
Cheers, Smiley.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, cheers. Happy Saturday.
Came fast. I don't think I'm going to be able to, or I don't think I'm making it down to file today. There's a slight chance I may make it tomorrow, but just throwing it out there for those who are going.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to make it. So.
Bummer.
I'm going to try to make Rainbow Farms, but that might be a negative too. But that's 3 days. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. A lot of people, like most of the world, is dehydrated. It's the biggest epidemic. Besides candida overgrowth, is dehydration, and it causes like an insane amount of chaos all around the world. And it's just dehydration. And if the person would drink more liquids, or the right kinds of liquids at the right times, like so much things would not happen.
I believe that. We're like what, made of 70% water? Is that what it is?
Very close to that.
Yeah, it's like 70%, 85. I don't know.
Well, hey, I think I'm going to be the next one to jump out of here. It's getting kind of late. I want to do some shit tomorrow. So, Eagle, fuck you, brother. Peacha, Green Fingers, everybody else in here, Red Pill. Go for it, dude. Do your thing, man. I will see you guys on the next one.
Yep.
Peace out.
Peace. SoCal makes me feel like somebody that's actually leaving my house. It's more of a real life scenario right there.
For real. I feel that shit.
I was just looking at. I need to fucking rewrite the shout outs list. This is actually, I forget the cameras over here. This is
Oh,
actually
shit.
what page after page. There's look at this. I don't even like. I just know the names that are missing right there. There's a few missed, and then like a bunch of pages. All this like this. You should see it actually in my other book right there. I have like the original sheets, and the original sheets you wouldn't believe for how long I actually, because I try to keep them together. These have been through some rough times. Moved around.
Rough times.
They have.
They've seen a few things. They have stories.
They probably do. But the other ones I kept kind of neatly and all together, and like they were ripped. And as I did the shout outs, I would like piece it in so I could read it. And then when I flipped it, I would actually flip the piece and everything. But I have all the parts still to this day in a little folder that was, you know, the original. And I probably will put this with that. I'm kind of weirdly sentimental like that.
Like chapter 2.
I completely got the original lineup sheet. You know what I mean? When I first started scheduling guests, that's in the because that was just like a notebook piece of paper, and it went for a couple pieces of paper, and that's in that folder too. But then it went to a calendar, and then I went as far as like once I bought like this type of calendar book, whatever. I actually went hardcover this time. The last one was, but I went back and wrote everything back in that book, so everything was correct from the scheduling days. So now I've got so I still got that yearly book and this one's, and I like to look back. A lot of times I have been guilty lately of not doing it, but like say November will be starting soon. I didn't do it this month because I missed a few birthdays this month. Sorry to everybody's birthdays that was this month, and I didn't give you your shout out. Feel terrible. But usually at the beginning of the month, I'll get last year's book out, and I'll look through November, and then I'll put on this November the birthdays. You know what I mean? People's birthdays, so I remember to get to them. But at that point, I look back at November at the guest list and kind of have that little sentimental moment at the beginning of each month. So yeah, I do keep all that shit. And I put like people's stickers that's been on the show that they've sent me, shit like that, dads for dads. But they're like shit in the book too. So I don't know. It's a weird like scrapbook.
I would have to keep it then if you have like, you know, stickers and stuff in it. I would. Thought about putting them on my laptop.
I'll put stickers on everything. This thing that I built here for the show has fucking stickers all over it. All the like the piping stickers.
Oh yeah.
The first thing I do when I go to like these events and go up to a booth, and I try to be, and I advise the same to others because we tend to get heavy-handed on free shit. Stickers are like, you don't realize it until you fucking get stickers made, but stickers could be a little pricey.
Yeah, they definitely can be.
I only try to take what I'll honestly use, but man, if I try to go up to every booth and snag a slab from.
I mean, they put them all out there. I mean,
Well, I guess I can show you a quick look around here.
uh-oh.
Slabs. See.
I have that same flag.
That flag given to me by White Other Grows. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, wow. I
This is
haven't
where-
seen
what I
him in
see.
a hot minute.
This is my little where I sit. Stickers are on there. Usually
getting a
there's
one-handed
line
beat.
with crystals, and then over here when my
Oh, wait, you're froze. You got to slow the fuck down.
All right, so all these hoods from here, and the other side of these are all stickered too. So sticker, and but you can't see them on the other side. This one's like backwards. Stickers. These are all stickers. And the other side, I'm telling you, all the other side, all these hoods are covered in slabs. Slabs. Over the years, I've collected, and then even up here, on all them, there's slabs up on top of there.
Damn.
From everywhere. Them all are like interconnect all with that. And quick little garden feed. Still mess. Quick little view. This is my dog. Bubba, look. Every time whatever. Bubba, say hi. What's up, Bubba? Like, soon as I get up from my chair, he jumps in it. And it was what's funny is if I had like a shirt or something that was like handy, whatever I'm wearing. Oh, here's watch. I'm gonna see a little experiment here. Let's see if he'll do it. This is wherever, like, say something of mine is, like, I'm gonna take this sweatshirt that I was wearing. Smells like me, and then I'll throw it on the floor over there. I bet you within seconds, that's where he'll lay. Wherever my stuff is, that's where he wants to be. So like, he's not obviously.
I mean, in his defense, would you rather lay on the cement or a hoodie?
No, I mean, it's like, trust me, I can be in the house doing whatever and just like drop some clothes as I'm walking through the house, and it'll be
He's like
oh,
laying
good
on.
stuff. Yeah, I gotta lay on that. It makes me feel like I'm close to.
Wait, I didn't lay on that one. I mean, too.
Always, it always makes me laugh to the extent of which he'll go to lay on something.
Right. Just to let you know, the view is like each person talking. Oh,
Oh, can I change that? Did I just change that?
I don't know.
When it shows all of us on the screen, gallery mode or
I
whatever,
just know
that's
I
what
look
it is.
over and I just see myself.
See, I don't know. I didn't know I could change that by the phone.
Yeah, if you
Well,
swipe
no.
it right or left, whichever way, to make it so you can see all of us, then it switches it on YouTube.
Nice. I didn't know that. So I'm usually doing it from the computer again.
Oh, wait. Shit.
Shithead.
We got webcam.
Yeah, it takes like YouTube's like 20 seconds, 20, 30 seconds behind the live. So it'll go back after you said something. It'll probably take right about an hour to be able to see it go back.
I wonder if webcamchat.com is a person. Wouldn't that be funny?
Are they in chat? I just said something.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Webcam is here.
The last time I did shout outs, I was like, hey, you fucker. It's funny. You know what's even funnier is I've looked through, who was it? Somebody accidentally got blocked the other day. And I don't, the name is irrelevant. What's up, Claude? Cheers, welcome to chat. The name is irrelevant. But somebody actually got accidentally blocked. And so I was like, yeah, there's no way that person's like in trouble. You know what I mean? They said they hadn't been able to been seen in chat in a couple of days. And by the way, if that happens to you, please let me know, because accidents do happen sometimes when we're in the middle of trying to block.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
Well, webcam, nudge, fucking. We might accidentally get the wrong person in the process. So if it does, please let me know and I will take care of it. But this is what happens. They let me know that they weren't being seen in chat. Wanted to know what the heck did they offend somebody, And I expect nothing less. So I looked, and you wouldn't believe all the webcams that are hidden. You know what I mean? From being seen in the chat. I'm like, there's gotta be a million accounts that whoever, because it's gotta be different people, different accounts. So they've got to be remade. I'm like, oh, the persistence is incredible.
Right. Well, they only go in timeout for 300 seconds. So after 300 seconds, they can post again.
No, there should be the option to hide user and change too, not just maybe it's after you've done it to them a couple of times.
Oh, okay, probably. Oh wait, here we go. Got it.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way. For sure you got crickets.
Yeah, where is the cricket? I heard one earlier. Like, yeah, way back when.
You know what's funny is if you go into the creator studio, there's actually, if you go to like sound effects, you can download sound effects and like non-copyrighted stuff from YouTube. And crickets is actually one of the things that you can download and like play on your channel without no bullshit. I'm like, that's too cool.
Now I have to do it. Damn it.
I got crickets again. Crickets are all over again. I could do them.
Shit, it's 5 o'clock.
I'm gonna head on out. Just get my day started. Maybe not. I might go back to bed. But man, thanks for having me, and happy Saturday, and much love. Peace out. Until next time. Much love.
Cheers, teacher. Think look good on her. She had the pink fucking talking shit with the Eagles shirt on.
I noticed that.
Cool. Only a few. There's special requests. Red Pill was one. Still in come to Michigan. So
yes.
red, our pink shirt. Actually, I gave it away, Red Pill, I think. Because I did get you one for that one
I
event
know.
for Bigfoot. And I can't
Last
remember
used, I
the fuck.
lose.
Tried to draw you in, Red Pill, with a brick t-shirt.
I'm being drawn in. I just haven't made it yet.
Good time. Good time. Good place to be, even as a hash yesterday. You know, where would you go if you could fucking go anywhere? You know, and that's coming from a Kansas state. If you could go anywhere, where would your next step be? I always thought Oklahoma, but as I see things change quickly down there, the unlimited plane count is very appealing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then you always have, geographic location you still have to deal with.
It'd be cool to get enough people, like a co-op of people to do it, like a group of people. Yeah, get 4 of us to do it. All just meet up and start a shit. Nice.
My thing
Very
with the
nice.
geographic location is I kind of like being tested like that. You know, like I don't mind it. I think after a while I feel more comfortable somewhere like Oklahoma than a bigger city than I ever lived in than like Denver.
You know,
More and more
because I've
starting to feel more like appealed to desolate or not so much going on parts of the world rather than busy traffic density people.
finding my talks with many great people lately, they tell me you need a reset, probably. You need a fucking reset. Come out here, but offers with Cali. Home offers to a few other places. So, man, I don't know. Where would you go? Where would you go if you didn't want to be here? Where would you go? I love Michigan, but I wouldn't mind testing my feet somewhere else. Cali, as far as like Cali was like offered, come here. I don't know, man. California cannabis seeds kind of fucked up. All the golden age of cannabis, I feel in California. It's like, especially with new water restrictions, I've heard like Humboldt couldn't possibly be not even a thing because of water restrictions.
I feel
So
like the way I look at Cali is it'd be nice, but for me, it's too good to be true.
I don't know. It's really cheap where I live, so it's kind of worth it because it's like the electricity's cheap, the water's cheap. I can't afford nowhere else really. Fuck. In California, like just everywhere else is fucking expensive. This is like miles away from Mexico though, so. That's all I gotta say.
Man, I tell you what, I love that. The one thing about Oklahoma that draws me in again is that unlimited plane count. But for me, it wouldn't even be about, we earlier. I didn't mean to say argue. It was a good conversation because that's all these holes are. We their nation. It's conversations, and neither party should get too heated. I hope that's the way that this thing runs. Is at the end of the night, we all shake hands and fucking, have fun the next day.
Yeah, the best part about it is there's no cricket. Like we didn't leave any spot open to fucking just listen and wait for somebody to talk. It was always somebody willing to talk.
Right. For me, it wouldn't be about going to Oklahoma for the unlimited plane count to see how much cannabis I can produce. It would be more about the genetics. How many strains I can have and fucking house, man. Isn't that the ultimate dream? We all try to collect as much as we can now. We can only house so many strains. And the whole phylos thing, that's a nice That's a nice toolbox to have these days, because if you're limited in space and room, power, yada yada yada, that you could tissue culture these days if your money was right and you were all in that game. I would ultimately love to have like a refrigerator full of shit that you could bring forth. Fuck, I want 300 of these. Blah, 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 blah. Tissue culture word, make that dream happen. But ultimately, who wouldn't like to have just a living library of a fucking thousand strains or whatever, just never ending? You know what I mean? Send me your seeds.
Mhm.
I will pop them and I will fucking pheno hunt whatever and then keep it in my library. Not a fucking, you know what I mean? It'd be nice to have a tissue culture backup, but to walk through and just, yeah. Fucking here, this is that. Yeah, that's the dream. And for me, that's the dream.
What came to my mind when he said the tissue culture backup is now, think of it as like a bank. Like, there's money and, a lot of, I'll just call it currency, but value in genetics. And then if you're overburdened by having like too much of that, and it's not secure enough for you to just have a big old fucking safe full of, pounds and pounds of dollar bills, basically. Yeah, you can do that, but then it's just as secure as having your money in the bank. Now you have your genetics in a tissue culture depository or whatever you would call it. And what are the things that happen with that? And can it be kind of like the same format? When you're putting your money in the bank and other people are withdrawing their shit, everyone's money is getting withdrawals from. It's the club thing. You paying into the bank and they're making they give money from everyone else that's got money stored at the bank. Your money's not really there. You can only withdraw a certain amount of money. There's a bank run. There goes all of it. You think that would ever happen with genetics?
Open.
Mm-hmm.
Open. I'm actually hoping that it just comes to the point where tissue culture thing be not a home, or at least something that we'll all be able to do on site. That's what, to me, that's honestly the dream. You can produce, is like we talked about, we produce pounds of cannabis, pounds of extracts, whatever, but the guy who holds all the strains has a foot in the market, I would think. For sure. Everybody's gonna want to know that too.
I got a question for your yesterday's question. My answer was not too far away, within walking distance. If I could do things or the path that I'm heading on next, the most like realistic things I can do, doesn't really matter. I mean, I could go to this another geographic location where it's not a red state and my value of how much money I got is the same in value in real estate. There's other cities and states I can move to and get the same kind of house and square footage and rooms and all that for about the same money as I can get here. So my question is there any logic if I wanted to continue doing the things we talked about and staying in a red state, or would you just get the fuck out no matter what?
Well, to answer your question in a roundabout way, as life fucking put me in a weird place, and I may have to downsize my grow or pare it down temporarily. The thought of paring down or going backwards or downsizing or not at all because I'm in a red state is fucking heartbreaking, man. Just the thought of I honestly thought about this. I was thinking about this like last night's show. I'm like, can I even go back to, I'm still like a caregiver no matter if I'm here or there, right? I still have my responsibilities, but just in like starting over, say 6 plants in the the routine that I've been in for 20 years of rotation, to slim down to 6 plants or no plants. I don't fucking know what I'd I could just see myself in the little grow room of them 6 plants and like, I gotta pick cuts, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Yeah, I'd have the system clogged in no time. Yeah, just I don't know. So yeah, I don't think I could. Yeah, I think I'd do whatever the fuck I had to do to get out of the red state, to get back into the cushy feeling, and get back to doing what I love. There's no way if I ever left this place that I could go to a red state now.
Well, let me double the question. Now, don't answer this. This might not even be an answerable question, but if they did get rid of that, I don't even like saying it. Ugh. If your caregivership changed in Michigan, would that make you downsize? Would you comply basically, or would you keep things the same?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I told first person that gave me loans. I initially got some ones. I said, now that I've got this set up, here's the old Charles house. They'll have to pry these lights out of my cold, dead hands.
That's a good enough reference for me to understand. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm still young. Yeah, I don't know, man. If you really should, in reality, do what you think is best, then I'm gonna have to do what's best. You know what I mean? Despite what situation may occur because of that and the way things are.
Well, if you don't do what's kind of best, I mean, you could hinder the dream or slow it down. Constantly waiting for the circumstances around you to change, then they may never change or succumb to what your dream is. If you transferred to where you're already on the same basis of your dream, then you have nowhere to go forward at that point. You know what I mean? It's hiding in the shadows or whatever. It's hit the ground running. See, as I say it, all this advice applies to myself.
Well, yeah, it's almost like it's not what's best to do what's possible. Like, do what you can actually do. Like, if it's not possible, how could you do it anyway? But like, do what's actually capable, what you're capable of doing. Not like start with baby steps. Like, it's not one take it all. Like one big rocket. Yeah, it's not a rodeo show. You want to start small. Get the goat, round up that pig or catch that chicken. Don't try to get that bull because you're too smart for that.
Well, okay, so let's say I do get my own place. It's like I said, walking distance. I know I'm gonna have to have some, restraint. So I'm gonna have to learn discipline to do what you're talking about. I think I can get away with, not doing what I want to do, but at a later date. Not try to. I just got done before I was watching this. I was watching people drag race, fucking crazy souped up bikes with nitrous. So I won't do that. I'm not gonna hop on a bike, do a crazy ass burnout, and do a wheelie at 200 miles an hour. I'll take it slow. But within all reality, that's the most likelihood of what's going to happen first. You know what I mean? Would like to move out of state, but it's just a whole nother double ordeal. Now it's one extra thing on top of just moving in general. Unless I'm not going to say, things could change and, other circumstances may arise.
Yeah, it's it's all timing too. It's what the world's bringing at the same time. The universe is doing something. We're all just sitting there.
Well, that's like the reset. Like if you do need a reset, that's good. And sometimes people need resets and they're totally not in sync with your body that might need a reset, already got done doing a reset. It's been almost 2 years off of having a garden due to the circumstances which made me move back here in the first place. And I feel like I'm already on the tail end of that. You know what I mean? Like in a few months, I mean, there's, something's going to change. I'm going to be moving somewhere,
You get the feeling first, and then you make it happen. Don't sit there and wait for it to happen. Make it happen.
Yeah.
But baby steps. You can't, like you said, like you can't. It's restraint.
Well,
Learning self-restraint. So you have to learn what you are capable of, and the whole thing.
Another thing is looking at it as, okay, there's two ways to look at something, like within a time scale of months and years, and then put it in perspective of hours or days or even weeks. And the thing that, we all congregate because of, basically just the cannabis plant in general, or, let's just say that's the center hub or the middle of the web, or, that's just what's the center thing that binds all of us, right, is the plant. Now, for us that are growing, yeah, there you go. We love the plant. Love for the plant.
And each other.
And see, if you're growing, you're on a time scale of days or hours and days and weeks. And if you got another life outside the garden and you live basically, hours, the candle wax for the day burns really fucking fast. There's not enough hours in the day to get shit done. Your time perception wise is moving way faster than mine, just basically sitting around not watching living plants grow day by day, hour by hour, or week by week. Time moves a lot by faster if you got, things to do, and it's not so much about, if you're having fun, time goes by fast. It's just how busy and occupied you'll feel like you have no time. Right. So things just for me feel more stagnant. And because we all hang out every night, it's like, dude, I've harvested 4, cycles of my grow. And, you're not on
Comfort
to
is our biggest garage red pill.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's fucking, that's what everybody seeks, no matter what it is, in physical or in our whole life, we want to fucking, if we're not feeling good, we just want to be comfortable. And that's one of the mainstays in addiction throughout. Say, I'm just looking for that comfortable feeling. Well, in life, comfort will fucking hinder you from a lot of things. It actually will keep you from trying, nobody likes to get out of your comfort zone and, be nervous, whatever. But it takes that uncomfortable feeling for growth. You have to, get in that zone and put yourself in that place to grow. Well, that applies to me. You have to put yourself in that kind of zone to grow. Even in muscles, you have to tear your muscles apart to make them get bigger. You know what I mean? You can't work out until you don't feel it. I'm gonna do 20. Yeah. Well, if you don't feel that burn, that tear, that 20 ain't worth fucking doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when you think introspectively about, doing this show, I know we tell you that all the time, but a lot of my progress of getting me to the next stone, basically the next stone to leap onto, is being here. Right. I definitely feel like that's accelerated me getting back to I don't want to say comfort, like how we're talking about necessarily being a bad thing, but it definitely will make me more content in life to have a garden going again.
Yeah. It's not even that. Like, it's not the comfort zone either. It's like you need to be fearful of something, like time passing or something, like motivate yourself with something. Like fear is my best motivator every day. Like I'm fearful of something. That's what keeps me going. You know? Otherwise, I'd quit a long time ago. So you guys, like, the fear of being not good enough for myself is like, yeah, that's what keeps me trying to be better.
Yes, we're coming on yet another 20. And now I can't say. Let's just say cheers. Bye. Cheers to the next time. So, share conversations and things. So, hopefully you had some fun. Anybody's watching. I've seen it plenty of since come back, or since I've kind of come back on a steady basis, kind of watch the sun go up and down. Yeah, I can't figure it out.
Nope. There we go. I knew we were losing him.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was because the music started playing, but I also didn't know if it was only us.
Yeah, I think it was just the signal completely jacked out.
Well, cheers, everyone. 420. I hope
Cheers.
you had something.
Yeah, here he is. Here's the host. And we're back.
Here we go.
Lost my signal. Lost my Sprint signal there. And I lost my Sprint signal and my thought. Fucking cheers. Fucking cheers. All right. We appreciate you stopping in, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I just wanted to express, even though we get to hang out every night, and I'm still just sitting around, I don't want that to make in people's minds not seem like I'm really doing things, obviously. It's been, more than 6 months, I think, we've been hanging out. So.
Oh, yeah.
As long as the dream's still alive, that's all.
You might not, Eagle, you might not think me in that position, like I said, downsize or just not doing anything. Occurring between being 29 till present right now. I'm trying to think of it like there, I'm gonna think that was not so bad 10, 15, 20 years down the road, I hope.
No, I don't think anything like that right now. If anything, the show has taught me it's not to really put too much judgment on what other people are going through, because until you put yourself in their shoes, took the steps they're taking, you have really no right to put any kind of judgment. What is taking so long? Whatever. I know the dream in you, my friend, is strong. I know you wish you'd be growing the plants. And I know whenever the time is right, you'll have the plants in the ground. So all I do is wish you the best, and I hope it's in a timely manner. I know you'll get there again, my friend. Until then, come on and talk cannabis with me. every night.
Cheers to that.
That's amazing. I'm glad I get to do it because maybe the dream wouldn't be as alive without that. So thank you.
Problem. Hopefully it comes true very soon. So with that being said, we're already walking 5 minutes past the 20. I got to get to these shout outs, or I want to get to these shout outs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll exit out because the people deserve their shout outs. I've said enough tonight. Thank you, Green Fingers. Always good hanging out. Everyone else that came here tonight, peace out to you guys. Eagle, thank you as always. And don't forget about the chat. Love you guys. Peace.
So, thank you, Red. We nurse for life.
Enough said. Love you, brother.
Love you. Great night. Better one tomorrow.
Green Fingers. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this sesh. 57 of you guys, awesome people still watching. It's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Go out with a little bit of man, if you guys haven't listened to this guy, his name's Justin Johnson. Make sure he's I guess I don't need these. Oh yeah, I do. That's my speaker. That's funny. Yeah, I do need these. That's fucking funny. That's my mic. That's my mic. I do need the headphones. All right. Let's see what I'm doing wrong here. That's fucking funny. I forgot that is my mic. This is Justin Johnson. The name of this song is Can't Find My Way Home. Man, he's got a lot of good tunes. They're all acoustic. No vocals to them. But man, some of these songs he does so well, man. You just really don't need vocals. But Give Me Back My Bullets. He does a lot of good versions. A lot of good tunes. Shout out to Justin Johnson. Amazing skills on the guitars. I think he plays just about every guitar there is. And even this. Pretty fucking awesome. Pretty damn. Well, with that being said, let me get here, see where I can find my way through this. So get that going. Let's get it rolling. Some cool, miss you, brother, every day, every day. These House Steak, Mama Lost 710, Scared Grow, 420 Green Thumb Bump, Christina MG 89, Unplugged 705, Medical Gully Gutty, Rick T, Brindleton 9207, Baby and Selena, Dave's not here, Top Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo Dope, T Dog, Dead Beetle, Red Eye Jedi, Gross, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duckweed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Bitter, John, Strong Man, Okie Grower 75, Corey Trevor, Michael Wallace, Mo Vision 420, Who's Your Cat Daddy, Taco Don, Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes 827, Jane Stevens, Kevin Hahn, World's Ass, Hope, Pets Fan 420, Biometric, Dirt Road Dude, Ken Shiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dab Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone, 710, King of Queen, Gemini, Genetics, Sabby, Tanase, Pundor, Dirtman, Dan, Keith, Watches, Mr. Volto, Sim Premium, Swasta, Bob, Rasta, Jeff, Soul, Root, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Bugs, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Bugs, Sub T Roy, Big Jar Gross, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal Weedner, John Last, PPG 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfector, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Productions, Tank Grower, DOA, Grown Meds, Miss Nudie Grows, I Grew Some, Johnny Candace, Nutrient Shootouts, Naughty Nicky, Zoe, and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Group, Clover 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, This Madam Cheese, Stu Mood, Mo Grower, The Candy Crate, Loki Grows, Seth, This Guy Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaw 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connection, Wolverine Grower, Big Jar Grows again. She deserves a double shout out. Jimmy One for Life, Way Back Farmer, D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amber Lonic, Psychedelic Warlock Artist, LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Dave, from Big Dave 420, Brent Wendell, Big Ed 1961, Manawai G3, Green Click, JK, Triple G, Mr. Sprinkley, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, PG Crazy 4, UBG, WG420, Dr. Boswell, Purple Thumb OG, Arthro Sensimilia, Arthro, just Space 420, East Coast Grow 420, Sir How, Trade Malone, Keep It Real, Haggerton 420 steps up on audit everywhere. BT double D grows. Biggest green puffin man. Yeah, sport Jeff Chef Life School of Crop. Cause I love it. Green Mountain Grower. Southwest Okie Real 100 212. Andy Man Randy Family Farms. Page Farms. Neal Flower. Ryan Henderson 313. Chilla Wins. King of Aquaponics. Indra Michigan native. Mary Jane's Red Garbage 377 double G. Bad Bunny Nutrients. Mr. Green Pots. Mr. Green Dogs. 619 664. Spaniard Kruger. Stroll to the Grow, Pop G grows, Raz, Amy Drodes grows, Cast, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, Liz, Luna, Green Med Block, Jerry Mine, Sony Free Floss, Art, Mr. Nolan, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus, Rotation, Nice on P. Win, David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy, Scroggerton, the fourth, the Goddess Grows, Kaylee Burrows, Chad Brad, Family Farms, Polly P, Kevin Joji, Mike Concho, Jay Huggins, GTA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Pile, Josh Mustaines, on Organic Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Morris, Sarge S, Clear from Fresno, Happy Guy, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen Ace, G Friends Tree, MMJ, Man S. Chat back up. Huh. I have no idea what I just did. Huh. Lost my spot. Oh, might have say Bob Dragonfly B Justin Betts, Travis Wallace, Unlucky or Lucky Mike that is, see how Chronic Seeds. Man, what a bummer. What the fuck happened to my shit? See how Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titans of Glasgow Seeds, Angel Gas, Brass Luck, John Smith, Tommy Trico, Pokey King, Brass, Pop Little, Slow Roll, Spiky Pies, Oscar Green, Jr., Matt Silbert, Into 11, Stephanie B, Shark Boy, 989, Bob Brown, Sovereign Garnet, Stone Nation, 420, Joey Y times Bugs 1, 313 Grow, Penny Lady, Frank Booth, Jay Myers, Submit to Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagsy, Dr. GC, Jeff, Shutter 911, Dutch Rose, 420, Scallywag, 420, Steel Bowl 1, Bed Grower 1, Empire Green Go, Froley, Boss Lee, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Ollie Oval, PK, Tom Tring Bed, Looney Justice, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Go, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Dwarf, Mr. Corey, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green Thumb, 420, 808, Rudy Prospect, Cicada Boss Driver, Hayden Life, Kenny 710, Operation Pro, T Ben, TM Bud Toward 20. TM 42696, Rude Nut 619, Dr. Scrambles, PB Moon Rock, GHFWA, Miles Green, South Goer 56, Hanky Stinky 420, OGKP, Gotcha, Yo Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Pete Join, Nature's Left Nuts, Killer B Grows, Gotcha Wizard, Husky Dart, Scott 3420, Dr. Ooh, Soil for Life, Wally for Life, the Jeffo 42069, Peter 698, Goddamn, I'm baked, Ted's Test. The Ripping Bad Boy, Jack Greenstock, 420, 420, Boom Farm, Charlie Farm, 420, Aldridge, 45, Smiley Star, JT's, Miss D, Doug, Smoking, Grove, Fraser, your Posse, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm, 420, Jeff Growski, Generic Family Farms, all 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagsy, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, Digisnaps, DTE, Rose, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper, Cannon Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light Up Again, Tim, UKSIF 420, Foodie Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical, MJ, Buntsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dangman, Dan, Dangman 420, Red Setter Farms, Good Luck, Joni Bell, Chicha P, Most Hated Growers, Major John 420, the American one, W Digger 714, Sarates, Kitty Ocean, Smiley. Guys, ready to hit that high five. Chris Mertz, Ian Say, Robbie, Sergeant Live, Pepper Face, Cam Finger Lakes, Finest, Ridge Pet, Joe's the Moon, Southern VT Grower, Choose Medical, Jerry Bear, +1 Mushroom, Secret City, Cotton News, My Little 24 2 Spacewalker, Christian, Fremont, T. Barrington, Heart and Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Hardy Ray, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds. Fritos Juice, like Richard 420 Grade, Manuel, Mary Bond, Sammy Sizzle, 9 Inch Cola, Chris Moo, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, Decaan, Brew, Cannon, Nation J, Jay Wire, Dan the Indoor Man, Grumman's Homies, Hamilton Smoke, Good Smoke, Cannon Flag, PA. Yeah. Big High 710, Eugene Greenleaf, H2, Hustle, Fred Darn, Carlos, North Arizona, Beer Girl 420, No Salad, Jesse White, God Stain, Yeti, Introvert Genetic, Social J, Fiction, Robin, Killer 8, Mo, James Sputter, Cream, C-Dub from NorCal, Pharmacy, C-Bank, Zethead, Smoking 616, Curtis May, Curtis Mayhem, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Doran, Tennessee, Bed, Carries K, Mike Rubles, the Drew Bit 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Steve Wu, Popco 719, Bake with Shake, Baby, Old Smoke, PWC, Grow Bugs, Lord Wash, Mr. Weed Bloods, Old School Grower, Chad Westport, Hachi Grove, Florida Nugs. Thank you for them beans, my brother. My little piece of heaven, punchy, Pugin Sound Seeds, that is Life Gold, Richard G, Chrissy Wanby, Mr. Soul Food, Spectrum, Don God, Lori Hanson, Real 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. Deacon, the Pimp Jam named Goldie Face, Show Me Sasquatch, Fuck Google and View, I'm Going Well, Canadian Restore, Poor Joe Farmer, Carl Wrights, after Humble Farm, Tannery Farm, Sheldon Seed, Oak Park Gardens, Hell 9782, Smoke Facts, Martial Artist 2012, Michael Slade, after Danny McDizzle. Medically fit, KTB, Robert Mr. Green Figures, motherfucking Thomas within the house, Ranch Coach, Monkey Balls, Andrew Champion, Bobby Glenn Means, Trench Digger, Mr. Mac, Tony Lake Bologna, Bill S. Millie Weed Peace, Tater Delicious, Minty Country, Roots, Huron Fire, Genetic, Third Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny 101, Bugs and Has, Mr. Club 14, Bearded B-Man Farm 616, now up north, Max Groom and Ruby. Timothy McKimmons, Neil, Justin B, Sonic 88, Fat Valley, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kimbus 03, Turf Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latino Skater Country, Mr. Speed, Will Steve, Firesaw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Rossa Bob, White Brother Grows, Burning Shrooms, Tone Grows Great, K-Man Grows, BX Gunner, Smith, Dude New Grows, Sean McCann, Jay Monks, Dinka General, Walla Walla, Candle Grow, Fall Dog, Huron Council, Melissa Ferris, Rock Band, Justice Bank, 420 Bit Fresh, Grow, Thriving Herbs, Joe Boy, Roy Boy, Hi Boy. Wait, what is that? Yeah, that's Hi Boy, Your Boy, Roy Boy. Weaving, Bird and Shrooms, Australian Grow, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Spot Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Hawaii's High, Surf Scrap, Micro Groom, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grow, Tank Brownie, Stan D, Elliot, Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Sleep, Joanna Warrior, Valley Green, 514, Amelia Jensen, Miles, Indica, Dr. MJ, Coco, Branson, Russ, Matthew Gates, Steve's Bag, Sean Star, Shotgun Willie, Dave Yoda, Jay Simmons, Chir Bro Gross, Collectivist, GJ Conley, Aaron the Grower, late 1978, Michigan Grow Buds, Yo Boy, Roy Boy again, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Collectivist 420, Sticky Cola, Dylan Steinborg, PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sungrown 707, J8 Dro, J420, Cascadia Grove, Chicho McGee, 4.8, Weedworks, Captain Scroggs, Funky Bugs, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, McGassis Empty, Annie N.D. Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose, Plus 11 Spawns 11, Big Buds, Michael Ross, Plenty, Richard Forbes, David Pimenta, B4P Funk, Nick T, John Reach, What About Bob Prince, Patty Daniel Bergman, Green Puffin Man, Pete Dudley, James Chung, Cyrus Rose 818, John Wayne, Carolina Root, Sister Golden Hair, Deanna, L. Day Guarino, K&F Gardens, Blank 1030, Cheese One, Only Pete, Farmer James, Crypto Dope, James Lamb, or Richard Lamb, that is, HIP Girl, Mancha Bean, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonders, Sunrise Growth, Top Floor Genetics, Small Vision 420, K2 Cannabis, Jesse Fisher, My Dog Nelly, Rooster Farms, Alex Hardy, Hardy Gear, Many Cropper, Potato Growth Photos, Mitten Grown Med, Sunrise Growth, and Lexi Brittany Coon, my baby girls. I love you guys now more than ever. No Limit 916, The Grumpy Toad, Alchemist, and Grant Cannon Mates, and Soulborn, Addiction, Broncho, Alex D, Dirty Orc, Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Sarge Groves 818, Blaze Daily, Prize Piper Professional, Eagle Proud Warrior, Sales Spines for You, Frank Usada, The Name Duchess, Keno, Kelly Maxwell, Captain 420, Frank Usada again. Stink Bat, What About Bob, Ill Juster, Pop Shroom, John Gorski, Jen Doe, Dungeon Gangster, THC Board, PTSD, T Barrington, Honcho Soul Grown, Swamp Kent, Polero, Calabika, Best of Because, Jen Doe, Mr. Manny D, Ken Ferrari, 420, AB Normal, Franklin, Guerrero, Barefeet, J Brent, 74, CK, Brown Guy, 420, Packader, 420, Bernie Green, Man, EA, Grace on Growth, 207, Hydro Daily, Hempwood, Gigi was here, JB Reed, Supreme Green, Sony Rockefeller, Caveman Canvas, Brew City, then Hawaii Brew City, then Hawaii Sustainable Midnight Brew Stead, Cynic, Knuckles P, Polly B, Quick B, Nimble, Mike Bud E, Kilowatts, Michael D, 4889, Disbanded Brothers, Facility Matt, Joseph, Grace Medicine, RX, Keep in Chief, Hydro Daily, Concerned American, Canada's 411, Freedom of Speech, Dr. Jonesworth, These Trees, Conscious of Nuco, 710 is Oil Upside Down, Jesse, Stevenson, what Victoria, what about Bob, Sacred Garden, Gus Groves, Slick 8, Dog Pounds, David, St. Louis, Amu Watts, Castaigne, Yeti, Ed Rin, MN Grove, Off Grid Terms, Christopher 54, Last Predator, Matthew from SoCal, Sioux, Illinois, Man, Beaver, Jinx Proof, Genetics, Dark Horse Genetics, Stoner Dude, Joel and Jen for North Star Genetics, Carol Ann, Mr. Cry, PTAB, 13, Real Brew Beyond Perfection, XX Degrees, GPXX, Uncle Soda Dude, Crispy Treat Kitchen, Growers Paradise, LAD Drone, Icini, Decoy Bacon, Mr. Scotto, Fresh Baked, J. Allen, Big Bob Growers, Sally Canner, Australian Jones, Yucca 420 Garden, Daniel, Phil, Mr. Nowhere Man, Sally, Silly, Seashells, Wobby, Sean James, Rescue Ready, Roadside, LLC, Notorious Snugs, Magnitude, Father and Son, Herman, Victoria, Stub D. Jose Martin Perez, Doggo the Hut, 420, Buck, Superman, TR, 420, Community Videos, Detroit River Rat, Bruce Garcia, Michael P. AJ, Everyday, Cactus Air, Audit, Cheddar Bob, Big T, Main George, Main, 420, Man George, 50 Scoop, J. Kendrick, Thing for the Grill, Backwoods, All Good, Sally, Man, Sale, Adams, Skankin, Chanel Simpsons, One Smoke Away, Ganja, Roach, Kazoo, Mr. Lincoln, Stinking, Mr. Burnin, Shrooms, Angel Studios MG, the 420 Road 10, Paul D'Elia, Mr. John Fleming, Dankovich, Fibro Flower, Polly P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Pollock, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Be, the Misfit Grower 516, or the Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512. Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Grayson, Silver Baker, FG, Sony Creek, Sonic, Prince Roy, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man Herman S, Freebird, Mower Grower, Manny Gar, Simple Man for Survival One Time, Tim Blake, Golf Coach Chronic, Stink Fat, Carol Lebero, Polero, Harley Grower, Judd God, Jason Line 512, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, Island Hayes, Steve Speaks, JR, Rain, Brandy K, Steve Collins, TCDR, Claire Killian, Wardrobe Farming, Randy Grande, Pit 1000, Ace Boo 3223, Wake Up Captain Freedom, B, Buffer Smiles 15 digit, Michigan Ganja, Michigan Ganja Moot, Hash, Fred G, Super Bob, we get it. Groski 808, Weekend Inverters, K-Bag, Justice Station, Strong Style, Organic, Sippy, Imedic, Honesty, K-Hal, Me All Flower, Brent Book, Todd Kendricks, Newton's, KNT, Prestige, Troop Serum, Full Time Full, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul, Grown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Kenneth Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Slab, Low Cut, Edward Chardley, Mo Manic Man, Raz Benzie, Helen, Huge Janus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy LT Gardens, High Flyer, 420, Blotcher Brush Bro, Mother Tree, Maine, Red Pill, Your Boy, Roy Boy, he must be on there like 3 times. Sandy Gimmicks, Ruhan, Frick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill, 710, Thank you for popping in, Canvas, for Zoo K, Rolling, Worthing Bugs, Logan Man, 81, Oil and Flower Podcast, Authorized Effect, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady, Malak, El Mondo, 420, surrounded by Keith Fry, Farms, Fridge Dweller, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, Mike Steve, 562, Ganja, James Chrysler, Green Ghost Genetics, Senzolo, B. Benson, Astro Charlie, Sativa Smooth, Sativa Smurf, 4GTC, A. Bush Doctor, Astro Charlie, Dirty Hole Garden, TK, James C. Weaver, Grow Owns, Corey Gagdan, Free Hill Farms, Hillbilly Herb, Casey Worm, Terps, Skunky Brewster, YBF, Larry OG, Abolish Farms, Spartan Grown, Johnny Green Thumb 710, Michigan Wildflower, Seldom Seen Gambler, Todd O'Connell, DP 710, Caribou TV, Virginia Herbs, Red Pill, Red Primo, Equilibrium Genetics, Trophy Truck, Skyway, Kevin O'Donnell, School of Crops, Stupid Trucker, eBay, Bud Tender, The Glass Girl 420 Bro, Ted Nugs, Matt Javine, Greg 77, Ted Nugs, Skunk 8, Glassworks, Beast Mode 347, Jane Mike's, Atomic Spear, and JMC 182, Justin Gucci, webcam ... Keep coming back. We'll keep blocking your ass. Appreciate the view though. Appreciate that thumbs up, webcam. Dan Stoney, Baby Fat, Jake Kuda, Pit 1000 again, just because I thought he was on this. Stan Stoney, Sunshine Farm, Daydream, Brad Star, Mountain Laree, Mountain Laree. I think I got it right that time. Scotty Nowhere, Justice Mick, Not Sure, Red Bear Farms, Two Dog Seeds, Plug Bungaloo. Last but not least, Sweetest 207. If your name's not on this list, and I've seen some new names tonight, I just didn't have a chance to write them down. But the way to get on that list is to participate in the show, get your ass on the spotlight, or just hang out in the chat and participate. We'll get your name on that list. I do that list because I'm grateful for all the above, the people that do take place in the chat, the people that do come on and do the spotlight shows. The spotlight shows guarantee your ass they will be coming back. As soon as I figure out where life is taking me at the moment, what is going on, bet your ass there's people lined up to do the spotlight issues, and I am more than ready to do them. Damn, this is spotlights. I love reading the stories. I'm looking forward to hearing many more. 1,000 is what I call that, but will I stop at 1,000? I don't know. We'll see. That being said, you guys hopefully know the routine by now. If this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. This is the beginning of your day, your journey. Have an amazing day. Get out there and do a little bit of self-love. Connect, put out what you don't have. Make sure you got a little bit of love in your heart for yourself before you get out there. Take on your day. It'll take you so much further. And in the process, please take time to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. At some point or another, we all need help. Even if it is that compliment that brightens our day, that little spark that helps kick that idea into motion, that nug that you didn't have, that you need to smoke, that phone call you loved one needed but didn't get. So many things you can do to touch somebody's life in a positive way. And they all count as they. With that being said, have an amazing Saturday. I will see you tonight, this Saturday/Sunday evening, depending on how you look at it. Love you guys. Have an amazing day.